home. Our pitching matchup is sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. The veteran, Kyle Hendricks, 3-10 with a 6.75 ERA against the rookie. And the National League All-Star starter this year, Paul Skeens, 8-2, 2.23 ERA. It's time for baseball. Cubs and Pirates. Zach Zaidman and Ron Coomer have the call next on The Score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Anything can happen anytime in any game right here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Baseball is in full swing. NBA playoffs are heating up, and your NFL team is gearing up for training camp. Listen to the latest on the teams you love here on the Odyssey app. The biggest sports radio stations in the country, providing unrivaled local coverage of their teams, all in one place. Exclusive interviews with players, coaches, and team executives, streaming live and always available on demand. Stay in the know with your favorite teams right here on the Odyssey app.
Hey parents, Instacart here. And this season, we've got your back to school. As in, we've got your back when your kid derails your grocery trip the weekend before school starts because they have nothing to wear and hate everything in their closet. And ankle socks aren't cool anymore, Mom. But it's all good because through Instacart, you can order all the groceries and school lunch stuff you need from the comfort of your ankle socks. Home. Download the app to get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes and a $0 delivery fee on your first 3 orders while supplies last. Minimum $10 per order. Additional terms apply.
The Federal Air Marshal Service protects the traveling public in the air and on the ground. You're invited to attend the FAM Chicago hiring event on September 17th and 18th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center at 5555 North River Road, Rosemont, Illinois. No law enforcement experience is required. Join a mission that matters and visit jobs.tsa.gov/law-enforcement to register for the event. U.S. citizenship required.
Join us Saturday, September 21st for the 9th annual Brain Up 5K Run Walk at Lakeview Park in Chicago. Go to brainup.ngo to register. Whether you're a runner, walker, or want to support a great cause, this event is your chance to make a difference in the fight against brain cancer. Every step you take raises funds for critical research, patient care, and support for those affected. Bring your friends, family, and team spirit to this powerful day of community, remembrance, and hope. The route is scenic, the cause is urgent, and your participation matters. Learn more about registering by visiting brainup.ngo. Let's take the steps toward a cure together.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is presented by Health Markets. Shop for health insurance your way.
And now, Odyssey and 670 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Get out the tape measure, long gone. Back in the stands, that ball is gone. A game-winning home run, can you believe it? This is what you came in for. You got the Cubs game on the Score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by Benjamin Moore, Denny's Beverage Depot, Hefty Trash Bags, Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha, Bosch Power Tools, James Hardy Building Products, Sloan, Stella Blue Coffee, Traffic Tech, Wintrust Community Banks, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, Granger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs in Wrigley Field, Arturo Tires, and by BetMGM, the sports book born in Vegas. Download the app today. Please gamble responsibly. And now, here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer, with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
The Cubs trying to bounce back and even up their series with Pittsburgh. Hi, everyone. A pleasant good evening to you from beautiful Wrigley Field. It's game 2 of a 3-game set between the Cubs and Pirates. Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman in for Pat tonight. He's got the night off. The Pirates rallied from 3 down last night to take the opener of this series. Tonight, the Cubs turn to right-hander Kyle Hendricks, who gets the start for the injured Justin Steele, while Pittsburgh goes with rookie phenom Paul Skeens. Let's get right to the starting lineups, sponsored by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois through it all. For Derek Shelton's Pirates, a record of 64-73, last place in the National League Central. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is the leadoff man. He's at shortstop. The left fielder is Brian Reynolds. O'Neill Cruz, the center fielder. The cleanup man is the designated hitter, Andrew McCutcheon. Rowdy Tellez at first. The second baseman, Nick Gonzalez. Hitting 7th, it's right fielder Connor Joe. Yasmani Grandal is the catcher, and batting ninth, third baseman Jared Triolo, with right-hander Paul Skeens on the mound for the Pirates. For Craig Counsell's Cubs, a record of 71-67. The Cubs second place in the National League Central, 3.5 games out of that final wild card spot in the National League. The Braves currently hold it. Ian Happ, the leadoff man, he's in left field. Michael Busch at first. The designated hitter is Seiya Suzuki. The Cubs cleanup man is right fielder Cody Bellinger. Isak Paredes at third. Nico Horner playing second. The shortstop, Dansby Swanson, hits seventh. Pete Crow Armstrong in center field. And catcher Christian Bethancourt bats ninth, with the veteran right-hander Kyle Hendricks on the mound. First pitch next, game 2 between the Cubs and Pirates on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Justin Steele. Listen to every game here on Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Tinley Park, your new Amazon Fresh grocery store is officially open, and we're celebrating with savings. Whether you're picking up this week's grocery haul or today's hot lunch, Amazon Fresh is your spot for savings. Head to amazon.com/grocery store opening to find weekly deals, info on upcoming events, and more. Pick up our circular in-store and find big deals updated every week. Visit your new Amazon Fresh grocery store, now open in Tinley Park on South Harlem Avenue.
Another beautiful night here at Wrigley Field. At the moment, it's sunny, 73 degrees, and a light wind blowing from right to left. The Game Time Temperature, sponsored by Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric, your trusted local experts. So as we get set for Game 2 between the Cubs and Pirates, the Cubs will have 34-year-old right-hander Kyle Hendricks on the hill. He's making the emergency start for Justin Steele, who was supposed to go, but Steele out with a sore elbow. The good news, he underwent some testing today, and the MRI showing no structural damage regarding the elbow, just inflammation. No decision yet, Coom, on whether or not Steele will end up on the injured list.
Yeah, that's the big thing, is the no structural damage. That's huge. But the inflammation's coming from somewhere, and we're at that point in the season where guys have, they've thrown a lot, they've played a lot. Hopefully that the information we got continues to be what it is, and Justin will be fine here fairly soon and be able to get back to hopefully throwing when they get that inflammation out of the elbow. But for what we've heard so far, that was about as good a news as we could have gotten.
Yeah, Steele hopeful that he can pitch again at some point this season. Meantime, Kyle Hendricks is the man we're focusing on. 24 games this season, 19 starts, a record of 3-10 with a 6.75 ERA. His last start last Wednesday in Pittsburgh against these Pirates, and no decision. It was a short outing, 6 earned runs on 8 hits in an inning and 2/3, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, for Kyle in the last start, a lot of hits, hit the ball around the yard a little bit. And some of the knocks, it just ended up, soft hit here, infield hit there. And then he gave up, once you get a couple men on, then the Pirates got some big hits. Hopefully today Kyle can make that adjustment and give the Cubs a good quality start. They need one tonight when you're facing Skeens, that's for sure.
We are ready for baseball. Game 2 between the Cubs and Pirates. The shortstop, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, steps to the plate to lead things off for Pittsburgh. He's a right-handed hitter against the right-hander Hendricks, who faces home plate, gets the sign from his catcher Bethancourt, works the motion and deals. And the first pitch is outside for ball 1. Kiner-Falefa hitting at .272, 8 home runs, 40 RBIs this season. The next pitch on the way is a called strike. 1-1 the count from Hendricks, who went with a fastball there.
Little two-seamer there by Kyle. See if he can get that two-seamer working today between that and the changeup and get the ground ball working.
Kiner-Falefa pops it up. Right side foul territory giving chase Busch, but this is way out of play behind the first base dugout.
Kyle will top out tonight, probably 89 miles an hour, somewhere right around there, maybe 90. And as we always check out, Speed Gun, powered by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once.
The 1-2 is low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count on Kiner-Falefa. Traded to Pittsburgh from Toronto at the deadline this year. Here comes the 2-2. Tap foul at the plate.
That's that two-seamer we were talking about. He ran that one in. on Connor Falefa, and unfortunately, he just fouled it off his front foot. Those are the balls that he runs in there to the righties. You want that ground ball to Swanson or Paredes.
Here comes the 2-2 delivery. Connor Falefa lines one. Oh, a leaping backhanded grab on the edge of the outfield grass by the shortstop, Dansby Swanson. One away.
Nice play by Dansby. Good break on this ball. Wasn't quite sure how high it was from our vantage point, whether it was going to go into left field or not, but a nice play by Dansby to start the game.
So one away here in the top half of the first inning. Here's Brian Reynolds, switch hitting left fielder, batting from the left side against the right-hander Hendricks, who winds up and deals. Called strike on the outside corner, a fastball 0-1. It was Reynolds who had a monster hit in last night's ball game, a 3-run home run the other way to tie up the game at 3. And that big 8th inning for Pittsburgh. The next pitch is popped up left side. Paredes in foul territory behind the bag makes the catch for out number 2.
Another good pitch by Kyle. That one inside, and you get their best hitter to chase that ball right at the top of the zone on the inside corner and get the routine pop-up of Reynolds. So good start to the ball game so far for Kyle. First 2 hitters, 2 quick outs.
And that'll bring up O'Neal Cruz, the center fielder, hitting at .271 with 18 home runs and 68 RBIs. 6'7", 215 pounds. Cruz, a left-handed batter, against the right-hander Kyle Hendricks. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike. A slow-moving breaking ball that floats into the zone. 0-1. Hendricks, hands over the head, high leg kick and pitch. Strike 2, another curveball. Doug Eddings is the home plate umpire tonight. Emil Jimenez at first. Crew chief Bill Miller manning second base. And Malachi Moore at third. The announcement of the umpire sponsored by Suits 2020 in Niles, the largest selection of wedding outfits for grooms and groomsmen. Affordable luxury, Suits 2020. Now the 0-2 delivery. Cruz chops one to third, backing up and fielding. Paredes, his throw across just in time to nail Cruz at first. And the Pirates go down in order here in the top of the first. We head to the last of the first at Wrigley. Cubs and Pirates scoreless on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Chicago Cubs memories are made right here with Pat, Ron, and Zach on the Cubs Radio Network.
See Broadway's spellbinding spectacular in Chicago. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Join Harry and his son on the next adventure, September 10th through February 1st at the James M. Niederlander Theater. Get tickets at BroadwayInChicago.com.
You're working from home. You settle in with a cup of coffee, ready to get the day started. Before you look at that to-do list, turn on your favorite Odyssey sports station on your smart speaker. We'll keep you company and bring you the latest updates from your teams while you tackle your inbox or get ready for another meeting that probably could have been an email. Power through the workday with the entertaining sports coverage you love from the local voices you trust. Just ask your smart speaker to play your favorite station.
Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. Discover the artist, the foodie, the adventurer, and the kid in you too. Discover all of you, all in one place. World-class music and art, local food, brews, and spirits, endless bike trails, and other thrilling outdoor adventures. Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Plan your getaway at visithamiltoncounty.com.
The Federal Air Marshal Service protects the traveling public in the air and on the ground. You're invited to attend the FAM Chicago hiring event on September 17th and 18th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center at 5555 North River Road, Rosemont, Illinois. No law enforcement experience is required. Join a mission that matters and visit jobs.tsa.gov/law-enforcement to register for the event. U.S. citizenship required.
Today's leadoff man is presented by Binny's Beverage Depot. If Ian Happ gets a hit, Binny's Beverage Depot will donate $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Last of the first, Cubs and Pirates are scoreless. 22-year-old right-hander Paul Skeens on the mound for Pittsburgh. He works on the first base side of the rubber. High leg kick and pitch. Happ swings and drives one in the air. Deep left field. Going back, Reynolds backing up at the track near the well. He makes the catch for out number one as Happ is retired. A loud out to left.
I liked it. Ian right away is aggressive. If you get a good pitch against this guy that you can handle, this pitch outer third might have been an off-speed pitch to start the game. And Ian hammers this ball, fits to the right or more towards the gap, 15 feet. That ball probably hits the ivy as it was in the well, and Reynolds made a nice catch.
Michael Busch at the plate, and he looks at a strike from Skeens, a blazing fastball at 99 miles per hour, 0-1. Skeens making his 19th start. He's 8-2 with a 2.23 ERA. Here's the 0-1. Busch swings and misses at a changeup, 0-2. Skeens a big man, 6'6", 235 pounds, a native of Southern California, the number 1 overall pick in last year's draft out of LSU. Already an all-star here in his rookie season. Now the 0-2 delivery. That's up high to Busch, 1-2.
That was gas. That last pitch to Bushy, it's a 3/4 delivery, kind of slinging it up there at the top of the zone. That's 99 miles an hour. That is some fastball.
Here comes the 1-2. That's low and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count on Busch. He went with a changeup there. 88 miles per hour. The Skeens changeup. That's about the best fastball you'll get from Kyle Hendricks. Here comes the 2-2. Called strike 3. Another 99 mile per hour heater. This one on the outside corner, 2 away.
Yeah, if you even have a second thought about not being on the fastball against Skeens, which happened right there to Michael, and he zips the heater in there, you're out if he throws it for a strike.
Now Seiya Suzuki stands in, 2 away, bottom 1, no score. Cubs and Pirates, game 2 of a 3-game set. The pitch, swing and a miss. 0-1. Skeens' last start came last Wednesday against the Cubs in Pittsburgh, a no decision. Gave up 3 runs, just 2 of them earned on 5 hits in 5 innings. The pitch, swing and a miss. 0-2. Fastball clocked at 100 miles an hour. Skeens had 1 walk and 6 strikeouts in those 5 innings last Wednesday in Pittsburgh against the Cubs. Now the 0-2 delivery. That's low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 3 starts against the Cubs prior to tonight for Skeens. 15 innings, an ERA of 3, 11 hits, 24 strikeouts, and 4 walks. The pitch. That's outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Skeens made his 2nd career start here at Wrigley Field on May 17th. 6 scoreless and hitless innings against the Cubs. The pitch. That's outside, a full count. The first inning is powered by Invesco QQQ. Tomorrow's innovation awaits with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated.
Doug Eddings not real keen on the young guy looking in and saying Doug's on there.
Yeah, you can hear him in the background. The Pirates dugout.
Doug is hot at their dugout. He's not, and Derek Shelton not real happy that Eddings is chirping back at his young starter. They just got to protect their young guy. Skeens did walk off the mound, and then he had kind of a smirky smile. Eddings was right. The pitch was off the plate away.
The payoff pitch is looped into center field for a base hit. Seiya Suzuki, a 2-out single here in the first.
2-seamer inside, this ball running in, and Suzuki does a good job of getting to this ball enough and just shoots it back through the middle. Probably broke his bat, but it's soft single. First hit of the game for the Cubs.
Now the cleanup man, Cody Bellinger, digs in, hitting at .264 with 14 home runs and 59 RBIs. Seiya goes, the pitch outside, throw to second is not in time. as Seiya slides in safely, a stolen base.
Now that's indicative of what we can expect to see from the Cubs. If they get men on base against Skeens, they're going to be running. They're going to try to manufacture whatever they can offensively against Skeens. And if that means running and stealing bags, that's what they're going to do.
1-0 the count with Bellinger at the plate and Seiya at second base. Skeens delivers. That's inside, 2-0.
And all stolen bases by the Cubs are sponsored by Turo Tire. Find your local Turo dealer at Turo.com.
For Suzuki, that's his 13th stolen base this season. Now the 2-0. High and tight to Bellinger. Missed with a 100-mile-per-hour fastball, 3-0. Skeens looks at second and Diaz. That's inside, ball 4. So Bellinger draws a walk. Now the Cubs have men at first and second with 2 away, and Isaac Paredes will stand in.
It was been a little different with the pitches since, Skeens looked in. Him and Eddings had words, and then Eddings and Derek Shelton, the manager, having some words in the dugout here in the first inning. And what would really kind of cap this off is if Paredes can do some damage right here.
First pitch is low and outside, 1-0 the count. Walks by opposing pitchers are sponsored by North Shore Adult Diapers. Reassuringly strong protection for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com. 2 on, 2 out, the 1-0. Paredes chops one foul off to the left. 1-1. Paredes beginning to heat up a little, hitting .280 over his last 7 games with a home run and 5 RBIs.
Playing him way around to the pull side in the outfield. Cruz, a good 4 steps to the pull side and center.
That pitch way outside, 2-1.
Flags blowing, but not very hard, and they're blowing from the right field side towards the left field foul pole. So ball hits the straight left, might get a little help, but not a lot.
Paredes waits for the 2-1 delivery. Here it comes. Grounded foul off to the left. That banged off the fencing that protects the Cubs' third base dugout. 2-2. Suzuki at second base, Bellinger at first. Paredes at the plate with a 2-2 count, and now he calls time. Paredes adjusts his red batting gloves, taps home plate with his two-tone bat, and gets in his stance. It's an open stance from the right side. It's out of a crouch. And the 2-2. Lined foul off the netting to the right. A 100-mile-per-hour fastball from Skeens. I believe in his major league debut, which came against the Cubs earlier this season, he hit 117 times in that game. Here's the 2-2. Inside, full count.
Skeens kind of fell off the mound that time a little bit. That ball really ran inside. Cubs now 3-2, 2 outs. Everybody will be moving. A long single could possibly score 2 runs.
The pitch foul back off the screen by Paredes. They'll do it again. And like you said, the runners were in motion. Pretty good battle going on here. The next pitch will be number 8 in this at-bat for Paredes.
And the big key is it's pitch number 24. Cubs offense doing a good job.
The pitch is smashed foul on the ground near the Cubs dugout along the third base line.
Heads up camera well. Paredes can hook some baseballs now. I have not seen a right-handed hitter consistently do that as well as he does. He can pull that baseball.
3-2 the count. 2 on, 2 out for the Cubs. Last of the first. Here's the pitch. Low and outside, ball 4. And now the bases are loaded after Paredes draws a walk.
Now Suzuki with a little jam shot back through the middle for a base hit. And then a pitch in the middle of the at-bat, and Skeens didn't like it. And a little issue with Doug Eddings and Skeens, and then Derek Shelton, the manager, got involved. And since then, it's been, an issue for Skeens throwing strikes. And to be honest, Doug Eddings wasn't real happy with the way Skeens walked off the mound. And in Doug's defense, he was right. Pitch was inside. It was not a strike.
There's a meeting on the mound right now, and Oscar Marine, the pitching coach, jogging back to the Pittsburgh dugout. In the meantime, as that's happening, Doug Eddings had a brief conversation with Skeens. So maybe they settled everything, sort of. Bases loaded for the Cubs here with 2 away. In the bottom of the first inning, red-hot Nico Horner at the plate. He's riding a 9-game hitting streak. Righty-righty matchup. Skeens deals. That one's just outside. 1-0.
That's the pitch that Skeens wants. He wants that fastball away that comes back to the outside corner to the righties. That one at the knees, but it missed away.
Warner waits for the 1-0. Here it comes. A ground ball hit to short, fielded by Kiner Falefa, and his underhand toss to second is in time for the force of Paredes. And that ends the bottom half of the first inning. We head to the second. Cubs and Pirates scoreless on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen to every Cubs game all season long right here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey parents, Instacart here. And this season, we've got your back to school. As in, we've got your back when your kid derails your grocery trip the weekend before school starts because they have nothing to wear and hate everything in their closet. And ankle socks aren't cool anymore, Mom. But it's all good because through Instacart, you can order all the groceries and school lunch stuff you need from the comfort of your ankle socks. Home. Download the app to get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes and a $0 delivery fee on your first 3 orders while supplies last. Minimum $10 per order. Additional terms apply.
Hey, fantasy football owners, I'm Matt Harmon. And what's cracking? I'm James Coe. Join us on Reception Perception as we dive deep into wide receivers, the position that will make or break your fantasy team. Follow and listen to Reception Perception on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Bears head coach Matt Eberflus joined the Bernstein and Holmes show live.
How good is this team, and what are fair expectations for this Bears team this year?
Yeah, so I'm going to go back to what Coach Saban said to me about expectations. Those things are outside forces, and we really need to focus on the inside out. What we're doing on a day-to-day basis to get the job done for 1 week at a time. And I know that sounds like coach speak, but it's true. We can't focus on what expectations are on the outside. We know that we can be a pretty good football team, but we also know that there's a challenge every single week in front of us, and that challenge right now is Tennessee. Well, I think it's a learning process, isn't it? With everybody in every position that you have, the jobs that we've had over the years, and you just get better. Experience and exposure teaches you a lot of things. And I think once you're comfortable in the spot, you can just be yourself and be authentic, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Dan Bernstein and Lawrence Holmes, 10 a.m. to 2 on Chicago Sports Radio, 670 The Score. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Remember, on Southwest, 2 bags fly free. Zach?
Thank you, Espo. Andrew McCutchen leads off the top of the second for the Pirates. Scoreless game as Kyle Hendricks works his motion and deals. And that's a called strike. Changeup in the zone, 0-1. McCutchen had the big hit in last night's ballgame. The go-ahead home run in the 8th inning as the Pirates rallied from 3 down to win. The next pitch is a curveball that floats into the zone for strike 2. McCutchen riding a 14-game hitting streak. It's the longest current streak in the majors. Now the 0-2 by Hendricks. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 away. Got him with a fastball.
Well, McCutchen got the whole repertoire right there. 1, 2, 3. He got the change, he got the curveball, and then he got some high gas from Kyle in a perfect location inside underneath the hands of McCutchen. He couldn't catch up with that last fastball. You don't have to throw it 100 to throw it past guys if you got good sequence of pitches, and then we just saw that there.
Rowdy Tellez looks at a fastball inside for ball 1. Tellez, a lifetime .364 hitter against Hendricks. Big, burly, left-handed batter. The right-hander Hendricks works his motion and deals. That pitch is high and inside. Ball 2.
Tellez has had success against Kyle because Tellez does a very good job of keeping the barrel of the bat in the hitting zone and can get out with his long arms and extend and still cover some pitches that he's fooled by.
There, Tellez looks at a curveball for a strike.
I'd be surprised if Kyle throws too many strikes outer half today. See if they stay inside against Tellez.
The 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2, way out in front of a changeup.
Yeah, that was good change, and that was down. It was at the shoe tops.
Tellez calls time, steps out of the box. A reminder that strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Own every mile in a brand new Hyundai. One away, top 2, no score, Cubs and Pirates. Hendricks steals the 2-2. High fly ball. Medium range center field. Crow Armstrong under it and makes the catch for out number 2. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Your headquarters for Cubs Talk is the Mullen Haw Show, mornings 5:30 to 10 on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman in for Pat, who's got the night off. Mike Esposito is along. Our engineer is Paul Zarang. 2 away, top 2. Cubs and Pirates are scoreless. And Nick Gonzalez at the plate. Looks at a fastball up high, 1-0 the count.
Double plays turned by the Cubs tonight. They're sponsored by Nissan. They make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today with Nissan.
The next pitch is foul back off the screen, 1-1. Cubs wearing their traditional home white uniforms with the blue pinstripes. The iconic Cubs logo on the front left part of the jersey. Blue numerals and lettering on the back, outlined in red. The 1-1. Gonzalez lines one in the left for a base hit. That's the Pirates' first hit of the game. It comes with 2 away here in the top half of the second inning.
Little high changeup from Kyle. He wants this pitch just changed down. It ended up in the zone, about belt high away, and Gonzalez does a good job staying on this ball.
A lifetime .563 hitter against Kyle Hendricks. The pitch is a called strike, changeup on the outside corner, 0-1. Joe 9 for 16 in his career against Hendricks. And he's just hurt the Cubs this year. Joe with 4 home runs against the Cubs this season. 2 away, a man at first. The pitch is bounced to first. Diving backhand block by Bush. But he can't do anything with it as he tried to grab that ball, just couldn't do it. And Joe is safe with an infield single.
Yeah, Bushy comes off the bag and dives for this ball. It's going in the hole. Gets a glove on it, knocks it down, and trickles behind him. And then as he dives back for this ball to get it and try to throw to Kyle on his backside, just never did get a handle on it. So it'll be a base hit for Connor and Joe.
So 2 on, 2 out for the Pirates. Here in the top of the second, scoreless game. The batter, Yasmani Grandal, the Pittsburgh catcher. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the right-hander Hendricks, who works from the stretch. And the pitch. High and tight. Ball 1. Cubs have the blue caps with the red C on the front. They have blue socks, wearing a whole variety of different shoes. Hendricks with blue shoes tonight. The pitch. That's up high to Grandal, 2-0. Pirates wearing their alternate black jerseys. Gold lettering and numerals. Gray pants. Black batting helmets with a gold letter P on the front. The pitch outside, 3-0 now on Grandal. Black and gold socks for the Pirates. They've got a whole variety of different shoes. The pitch is outside, ball 4. Grandal draws a walk, and now the Pirates have loaded the bases with 2 away here in the top of the second. And the number 9 hitter, Jared Triolo, will step to the plate.
And that'll bring out Tommy Hotovy. Cal missing with Grandal. Tried to stay at the top of the zone there early and just missed above the zone against Grandal. Grandal does a good job on the ball down, and they're trying to get him to chase that high fastball and didn't get him to do it. And now you need something good to happen for Kyle and the Cubs here with the bases loaded.
The uniform descriptions are sponsored by Benjamin Moore. Transform your clubhouse into a Cubs house with Cubbies Blue, Wrigley Field Green, or Marquee Red, official paint of the Chicago Cubs. Top two away, but the Pirates threatening. They've got the bases loaded. And the right-handed hitting Jared Triolo at the plate, batting at .205 this year with 6 home runs and 35 RBIs in 317 at-bats. The pitch. That's up high, ball 1. Gonzalez at third, Joe at second, Grandal at first, Triolo at the plate, Hendricks on the mound, and here comes the 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
Here's that cut changeup that Cal throws. He throws 2 different types of changeups. One he'll throw goes away from the right-handed hitter, and one that he throws will go away from the left-handed hitter.
The 1-1. Tapped foul at the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Another change from Hendricks. Cubs had the bases loaded in the last of the first with 2 away. And the Pirates got out of that jam. Let's see if Hendricks can get out of the bases loaded jam here. The 1-2. High and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hendricks peers in, gets the sign from Bethencourt and deals. Low and outside. Change-up that missed. It's a full count.
Cal trying to make a perfect pitch. Last 2 overthrew the fastball. Pitch before, then kind of jerked that last changeup down and away. That was in the left-handed batter's box. He's got to make a pitch here.
There's nowhere to put Triolo. Bases loaded for the Pirates. 2 away here in the top of the second. The payoff pitch is fouled out of play by Triolo. Second deck off to the right.
That was a fastball, middle. That's a bullseye. And Triolo was tardy on that fastball. He's got changeup on the mind, and that's why he was late on that 88-mile-an-hour fastball.
Hendricks is ready. The 3-2. A ground ball hit to third, fielded by Paredes. Couple of steps forward. His throw to first in time. And Kyle Hendricks works into and out of a jam in the top of the second as the Pirates leave the bases loaded. Middle 2, no score. Cubs and Pirates on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for Cubs baseball all season long. This is the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Are you looking to cash in on every game this season? But Cash the Ticket, we'll try to have you covered and give you the best shot we can. I'm Mike Delaney, and we're breaking down college and pro football with the best betting advice we can provide you. Subscribe to Cash the Ticket now on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams September holiday sale and get 30% off paints and stains from August 30th through September 9th. With prices starting at $34.29, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your bedroom, living room, or home office, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Lowe's knows saving pros time and money means getting the job done easier. Right now, save 10% on Georgia Pacific vinyl siding panels. Plus, save an additional 20% when you buy in bulk. And get free same-day delivery to the job site when you order by 2 p.m. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Offer valid through 9/4. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Great Hispanic and Latino heritage at Wrigley Field on Monday, September 16th. Fans who purchase tickets at Cubs.com/specials can choose from one of several limited edition caps featuring flags representing the heritage of Cubs players and coaches. Zach?
Espo, thank you. Dansby Swanson at the plate to lead off the last of the second, and he has to back away from an inside curveball from Paul Skeens. 1-0 the count. Cubs and Pirates are scoreless. Swanson's been red hot lately, hitting at .355 over his last 8. He swings and misses at a curveball, 1-1. In those 8 games, Swanson also has 3 home runs and 12 RBIs. He hit a home run in last night's ball game. Here's the 1-1. Called strike on the outside corner, a slider from Skeens. Overall this season, Dansby hitting at .236, 13 home runs, 55 RBIs. The pitch. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Skeens faces home plate, works his motion, and deals. Low and outside, full count.
Skeens so far, first couple of hitters, he was right on with his pitches, and then midway through that last inning, and now he hasn't struggled a little bit with his release point. That last one, he wanted to make a good pitch on 2-2 and pulled that fastball well outside. That one frustrated him a little. He knew he had a chance to paint the outside corner. I think he felt like that the at-bat was set up for that pitch.
Swanson hits one hard on the ground, through into center field, past a diving Gonzalez for a base hit.
Oh, good job by Dansby. That's the thing we're just talking about. So Skeens pulls that fastball and doesn't throw a strike with it on 2-2. Then goes with that little changeup type pitch that he throws. It's got good velocity, but it's still a hard
righty-lefty matchup. Triolo in on the infield grass at third. Throw to first. Swanson dives back in safely.
Now, last inning, right away, we saw Suzuki take off and steal second base. We'll see if that continues with the Cubs. Nobody out. See if Dansby takes off here soon. Tries to steal a bag.
The pitch. Crow Armstrong swings and misses at a fastball, 0-1. Dansby has 15 stolen bases this season. Crow Armstrong has been red hot at the plate over his last 12, hitting at .395, 2 home runs, 12 RBIs, 3 doubles. The pitch. Another swing and miss by PCA, this time at a changeup, 0-2.
Skeens kind of quick pitched that one. He came set and then went right away. Dansby wanted to go but wasn't quite set at first base with his lead and couldn't take off.
Throw to first. Swanson dives back in safely. The Cubs count on Granger's help to keep the ballpark running. To get the products you need, call clickgranger.com or stop by. Granger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs and Wrigley Field. 0-2 the count with Crow Armstrong at the plate. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with a changeup. PCA retired, 1 away.
Now Skeens made some pretty good pitches to Pete Crow Armstrong. Dansby trying, he started hopping as that pitch was being delivered, so he just not quite sure about Skeens holding the ball on him or what he's doing. See if Dansby just gets out there, holds his lead, and then just goes.
Christian Bethencourt at the plate. A long set, Dansby doesn't go, and the pitch is taken for a strike, 0-1. Bethencourt playing his 13th game in a Cubs uniform. He's done nothing but hit. .387, 3 home runs, 15 RBIs in his previous 12 games. Here's the pitch. Looped in right center field. This will drop in for a base hit. Dansby on his way to third. The throw by Cruz cut off. And they fire a strike to first, but Bethencourt dives back in safely. Cubs in business. Men at the corners, just 1 away. And Christian Bethencourt continues to hit.
Well, Bethencourt takes the first pitch of the at-bat. It's a strike down the middle. And the reason why he did that, he took it as a statute hitter, trying to get Dansby to steal second base. Dansby did not go. And, in the first at-bat with Pete Crow Armstrong or Bethencourt. But now, Bethencourt, he has done a great job spraying the ball around the field and hitting with some power. And now the Cubs got a chance to score a run.
Ian Happ at the plate, men at the corners. The pitch. That's low and inside. 1-0 the count. Skeens missing with a change. Happ flat out to deep left in the first inning. In his previous 10 games, hitting at .386 with 10 RBIs. Skeens deals. That's way inside, 2-0. Swanson at third, Bethancourt at first, just one down. Bottom two, scoreless game, Cubs and Pirates. Game 2 of a 3-game set. The 2-0 to Happ. Happ foul at the plate. That one took a bite out of Grandal, the catcher.
One real positive, there's one out in this inning. But when you look at the overall plan against Skeens for the Cubs, first thing we talked about is running his pitch count up. This will be pitch 42 with one out in the second inning.
Throw to first. Bethancourt gets back standing up.
Skeens talked about that in the postgame in Pittsburgh just less than a week ago when the Cubs faced him. He said, that his pitch count got up right away in the ball game, and he needed to be more efficient with his pitches. He has not been able to do that so far today.
Happ swings and misses at a changeup, 2-2.
That's a little split finger that he throws. Throws it hard, but had Happ way out in front.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Men at the corners. The pitch. Happ swings and misses again. Strike 3. Got him with a change. 2 away.
Back-to-back splits from Skeens, and this is a really good pitch. You want to make contact. You're trying. This ball starts out middle. And by the time Ian starts the attack on the pitch, and by the time it gets to the hitting zone, it's down and away, off the plate away. Excellent pitch.
Let's see if Michael Busch can come through. 2 down, men at the corners, scoreless game. Here's the pitch. Dribbled foul behind home plate. 0-1. In the bottom half of the second inning, Cubs loaded the bases with 2 away in the bottom of the first and couldn't score. They need a 2-out hit here. Busch waits. Here's the 0-1. Foul back off the screen.
See if Bethancourt takes off here. I think the Cubs feel like with first and third and 2 outs that with Skeens on the mound, they won't throw through. So you might just get a free 90 feet if Bethancourt takes off.
He goes. Here's the 0-2. And that's low. No throw to second base. Stolen base for Christian Bethancourt.
Good scouting report for the Cubs, knowing that they're not going to throw through with Grandal. And now it's the soft single, and it scores 2.
1-2 the count on Busch. And the pitch. That's in the dirt, blocked by Grandal. The runners stay where they are. Swanson at third, Bethancourt at second. And the count is 2-2 with Busch at the plate. Stolen bases by the Cubs. For every stolen base this season, a Toro Tire will make a donation to keeping families covered. Cubs have 2 stolen bases already tonight. Bottom 2, 2 away. Men at second and third. Here's the 2-2. That's up high to Busch. Full count.
98-mile-an-hour fastball. That one had something on it. It's at the top of the zone. Great job by Michael to lay off that high fastball.
3-2 the count. Skeens sets at the belt. High leg kick and pitch. Outside. Ball 4. The Cubs have loaded the bases again as Busch draws the walk.
Good at bat for Michael. He hung in there really well and ends up walking. And, once again, now you don't throw through. The catcher's at first base in Bethancourt. He gets an average to below average jump at first, and the Pirates do not make an attempt at all to throw through because of Dansby being at third. And now you're going to force Skeens maybe to throw an extra 5, 6, 7 more pitches, maybe 10. We'll see. And a base hit here could give the Cubs the lead. No score in the game.
Seiya Suzuki at the plate. The next pitch by Skeens will be number 50. Here it comes. Seiya swings, and it's a towering pop-up. Foul territory off to the right and out of play. You heard it bounce off the top of the dugout of the Pirates along the first base line. Tellez was giving chase, but didn't see the ball, held his palms out. We are in the twilight hour here at Wrigley Field. 0-1 the count.
Yeah, ball popped up down the first base line. Tellez started running over, knowing there's not a lot of room over there. Looked down to see where he was at, looked back up, lost the ball.
Cubs have the bases loaded. The 0-1. Called strike. Fastball on the outside edge, top of the zone. 0-2 the count now on Suzuki, who had a broken bat single to center in the first. Powerful right-handed batter. Skeens deals. That's up high. 1-2.
Tellez talking to Gonzalez, the second baseman, saying, Gonzo, I'm on ground patrol. You got the pop-ups now. I can't see him.
Here's the pitch. Smashed foul off the netting to the right by Suzuki. 1-2. That was a 100-mile-per-hour heater from Skeens. Swanson at third, Bethancourt at second, Bush at first. 2 away, 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. A comeback on one hop fielded by Skeens. Overhand flip throw to first in time to get Suzuki. And for the second consecutive inning, the Cubs leave the bases loaded. We head to the third. Cubs and Pirates are scoreless on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Jamison Tyone. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Whether you're on the water, hitting the trails, or soaking up the sun, Shade & Precision Eyewear provides superior protection and clarity, since life's too short to compromise on quality. Visit SeeBetterPlayBetter.com to explore their range of premium sunglasses.
Gain presents a tale of longing and long-lasting scent. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Add Gain scent beads for an even longer-lasting scent.
Hey, fantasy football owners, anybody can tell you what a good fantasy quarterback looks like, but it's the receivers that make or break your team. I'm Matt Harmon from Reception Perception. Join me and James Coe as we take a deep dive into the position that matters most, wide receivers. From the route trees to who plays better in man or zone, we provide the insights you need to draft the best wide receivers. As you prep for your draft, let us give you the coverage you need. Follow and listen to Reception Perception on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. Discover the artist, the foodie, the adventurer, and the kid in you, too. Discover all of you, all in one place. World-class music and art, local food, brews, and spirits, endless bike trails, and other thrilling outdoor adventures. Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Plan your getaway at visithamiltoncounty.com.
Third inning is sponsored by Grainger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs in Wrigley Field. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by, Zach.
Espo, thank you. Great work on the pregame show. We'll hear from Mike Esposito throughout the game, and you can catch him on the postgame show immediately following tonight's action. We're in the top of the third here at Wrigley Field, game 2 of a 3-game set between the Cubs and Pirates. Scoreless baseball so far. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa will lead things off here in the Pirates' half of the third against right-hander Kyle Hendricks, who faces home plate, winds up, and deals. Kiner-Falefa looks at a ball up high, 1-0 the count. We have to play the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Hendricks kicks and delivers the 1-0. Low and outside, 2-0 the count, missed with a curveball. The next pitch is low and outside again. 3-0. A fastball that missed.
I can start out our guessing. I will say 29,000 here at Wrigley Field today.
Here's the 3-0 pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. A fastball from Hendricks. I'm going to go 32,000. The 3-1. Connor Falefa rips one in the left for a base hit. Backhanded by Happ, who quickly gets it back into the infield. But a leadoff single for the Pirates here in the third.
Nice pitch in the middle of the plate. And Falefa hits this ball sharply to left.
All right, so let's get the guesses from the second row. Espo, what do you have?
Well, Coom, this is bad news for you because I had the exact same guess as you. So I'm going to change mine to 28.5. And I'll give you Paul's in a second.
Brian Reynolds at the plate. He swings and misses at a changeup from Hendricks. 0-1.
Our engineer, the maestro, Paul Zarang, 26-22.
The guesses are in. Good luck, men. Connor Falefa with good speed at first. Here's the 0-1. Reynolds taps it foul behind home plate. 0-2. We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Reynolds fouled out in the first. He's 0 for 1. The 0-2. Up high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. No one out here, top of the third. Connor Falefa at first. Reynolds at the plate with a 1-2 count. Hendricks sets at the belt. Slide step and pitch. Fouled away. Second deck off to the left by Reynolds. 1-2. Reynolds is the leading power man for Pittsburgh. 22 home runs, 77 RBIs. Hitting at .281 on the year. He was an all-star this season. The pitch. Line drive to center. Drops in for a base hit. Connor Falefa stops at second, and now the Pirates have something going here in the third. Back-to-back singles to begin the frame.
Yeah, Reynolds is the leading everything for the Pirates, for the position players. He can flat out play, hit the ball out of the park. He can, spray the ball around the field. He can run. He is an excellent player. Signed a big deal for the Pittsburgh Pirates. I believe the largest contract they have ever signed a player to. So that's all you need to know about what they think about Brian Reynolds.
Men at first and second. The pitch to O'Neill Cruz is taken for a strike, a fastball. 0-1. Yeah, an 8-year contract last year for Reynolds. Nearly $107 million.
Cubs need a ground ball here. See if Kyle can get him to roll over a ground ball.
Pitch outside for a ball. 1-1 on Cruz.
Cruz not the easiest guy in the world to double up. He's got good speed and hitting from the left side.
Righty-lefty matchup and the pitch. Cruz swings and misses at a change. 1-2.
Good action on that changeup by Cal. That one starts out in the middle of the plate, and this one ends up down and away. Perfect pitch by Kyle.
No one out here in the third. Pirates have men at first and second. Here's the 1-2. Just outside. 2-2 now on Cruz. Cruz's dad, Rafael, was a big Paul O'Neill fan, a former Yankee in red. So that's why Cruz is named O'Neill. Here's the pitch. A ground ball hit to second, fielded by Horner. To Swanson for one, on to first. And it is not in time. Cruz beats it out. Connor Falefa ends up at third base. One away, and now the Pirates have men at the corners with the dangerous Andrew McCutchen duo.
Now this looks like a tailor-made double play ball. It's hooked. Nico has to wait for this ball to get to him. And, it is and it isn't. You roll over that ground ball as a left-handed hitter that can run. And Cruz flying down the line beats the relay throw. Nothing really the Cubs could do any different. Just great speed by Cruz.
So here's McCutchen, who struck out swinging in the second. 0 for 1. But the Pirates threatening, men at the corners. Throw to first. Cruz gets back standing up. Just one away here in the top of the third. Kiner Falefa at third base. Cruz at first. So good speed on the bases for the Pirates. McCutchen, a right-handed batter. Hendricks, the right-hander, deals. That pitch is taken for a strike, a changeup. 0-1. McCutchen now 37 years old. He can still hit for power. 18 home runs, 45 RBIs. The pitch, Cruz goes, check swing, foul ball, tapped off to the right.
Cubs caught a break there. Cruz was going to steal second. That pitch was not a strike. It was well up and in. But it got a piece of the bat of McCutchen on kind of a, not really much of a check swing, but the Cubs catch a break.
So Cruz returns back to first. We're in the twilight hour here at Wrigley Field. The lights beginning to have more and more of an effect. 0-2 the count on McCutchen with men at the corners for Pittsburgh. And the pitch. Up high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. McCutchen waits for the 1-2. It just misses outside. 2-2. Hendricks went with a change. A light wind blowing from right to left at the moment. Now the 2-2. Foul back out of play by McCutchen.
Cal doing a good job of holding the ball and then quick pitching a little bit in the set. Cruz trying to get a read on Kyle, but has not so far. The thing about Kyle, he's got a very good pickoff move to first for a right-handed pitcher.
Hendricks peers in, acknowledges the sign from Bethancourt. Throw to first, diving back in Cruz. Kiner Falefa at third. 1 down, top 3, scoreless game, Cubs and Pirates. McCutchen waiting for the 2-2 delivery. Hendricks deals, Cruz goes, pitch low and outside, throw to second, not in time. And Horner quickly fires a strike to third to keep Kiner Falefa honest as he dives back into the third base bag. So stolen base for O'Neal Cruz. That's his 21st. And now the Pirates have men at second and third with just 1 away here in the top of the third. And McCutchen at the plate with a full count.
Now that takes away the double play opportunity in the infield, as the corners now are going to play in.
The pitch. And a high fly ball hit to center field, drifting back, Crow Armstrong. This should bring home a run. Kiner Falefa tags. He's coming home. The throw goes to third. Not in time as Cruz advances to third base. And the Pirates strike first, 1-0 over the Cubs on the sacrifice fly by Andrew McCutchen here in the third.
Well, McCutchen then, once he got 2 strikes and, the runner at third, he just shortens up the swing a little bit to make sure he puts this ball in play. And very professional at bat and approach there on 3-2 and flies out the center, but drives in the first run.
Now Rowdy Tellez will stand in with 2 away and a man at third. Pirates up 1-0. The pitch. Called strike. Change up on the outside corner. 0-1. Tellez flat out to center in his first at-bat. The 0-1 delivery. Check swing on appeal. No swing, says the third base umpire Malachi Moore. So 1-1 the count. Tellez now 29 years old. Signed a 3-year deal with Pittsburgh before the season. Here's the pitch. Foul back off the screen. 1-2. He's a native of Sacramento. Went to Elk Grove High School. He was teammates with Nick Madrigal in high school. Their coach, Jeff Carlson, the dad of former St. Louis outfielder, now in Tampa, Dylan Carlson. Cruz at third. 2 away, top 3, a 1-0 lead for Pittsburgh. And 1-2 the count on the batter, Tellez. Hendricks puts the ball in the glove, sets at the belt, kicks and delivers. That's low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hendricks is ready. Here comes the 2-2. Pulled a liner off the glove of Michael Busch in the right, and coming in to score is O'Neal Cruz. Rowdy Tellez with an RBI single. It's now 2-0 Pittsburgh here in the third.
Tellez gets this pitch down and in and hammers this ball. Bushy, great effort, leaps, hits the tip of his glove and just can't quite keep it in the glove, and that'll drive in the second run of the inning.
So Cubs pitching coach Tommy Hotovy will head to the mound and have a conversation with Kyle Hendricks and catcher Christian Bethancourt. Pirates up 2-0 over the Cubs here with 2 away in the third. It's game 2 of a 3-game set between these two teams. Counting tonight, Cubs have 24 games remaining in the season.
Yeah, there's only 2 road trips left. We go at the end of this weekend. LA and Colorado with an off day between. And then we go to Philly once we get back home, and that's it for road trips.
A pitch to Nick Gonzalez is taken for a strike, a slow-moving breaking ball that floated into the zone, 0-1. The Cubs have a unique schedule. 15 of their remaining 24 games, including tonight against teams in last place or second to last, as Gonzalez fouls this one out of play. Second deck off to the right, 0-2. Pittsburgh, Colorado, Oakland, Washington, Cincinnati. And then 9 games remaining against first place teams. You talked about the Yankees, the Dodgers, and the Phillies. That last road trip of the year. Here comes the 0-2. Way outside to Gonzalez. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, we have the traveling circus showing up into Chicago here on Friday. The Yankees will be in town, and this place will be packed this weekend. Always fun to have the Yankees here at Wrigley Field.
The 1-2 is low. Snap throw to first, and they nail the runner. Tellez trying to dive back to the bag. Tag applied by Busch. What a play by Christian Bethancourt. Derek Shelton, the Pirates manager, briefly said, wait up, we wanted to check with the video team.
He is out.
Yeah, they're not going to challenge this. What a play. A rifle throw with the snap by Christian Bethancourt to get Tellez at first. That ends the top half of the third inning, but the Pirates score twice. They've got a 2-0 lead over the Cubs on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for Cubs baseball all season long. This is the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Whether you're on the water, hitting the trails, or soaking up the sun, Shade & Precision Eyewear provides superior protection and clarity. Since life's too short to compromise on quality, visit SeeBetterPlayBetter.com to explore their range of premium sunglasses.
At Berman Subaru of Chicago, we're more than a car dealership. We're part of the community, and we're proud to support the people who make it great. Berman Subaru is dedicated to supporting partners like the Anti-Cruelty Society, and we're honored to receive the 2024 Subaru Love Promise Community Commitment Award. Subaru and Berman Subaru of Chicago believe in making a positive impact on the communities in which we live and work. That's the Subaru Love Promise. Berman Subaru of Chicago, more than a car dealer.
Hey, fantasy football owners, I'm Matt Harmon.
And what's cracking? I'm James Coe. Join us on Reception Perception as we dive deep into wide receivers, the position that will make or break your fantasy team.
Follow and listen to Reception Perception on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Cody Bellinger looks at a ball low and outside to begin the last of the third from Paul Skeens. Pittsburgh with a 2-0 lead over the Cubs. Bellinger walked in the first inning. Left-handed batter against the right-hander Skeens, and the pitch taken for a strike on the outside corner, a slider. 1-1.
No, he didn't like that. That ball's 6-8 inches off the plate away. That one's off quite a bit.
Here's the 1-1. Bellinger swings and misses at a changeup. 1-2.
When a guy throws this hard and he has this kind of movement on his pitches, I don't envy Doug Eddings behind the plate. This is a tough guy to umpire at home plate with, the 100-mile-an-hour fastball, kind of that split that's in the low 90s.
That pitch just outside, 2-2.
He's got a good slider. He's got all the pitches, and he's got good movement on him. And he's got, as good a velocity maybe as any starter in Major League Baseball. Tough guy to umpire behind home plate.
The 2-2. Bellinger pokes one foul on the ground to the left. An emergency hack lunged across the outside portion of the plate to make contact. Isak Paredes on deck. Who's on deck is sponsored by On Deck. Need a small business loan fast? Apply today at ondeck.com. Now the 2-2. Foul back just below us, out of play.
A little higher, Belly.
You know what surprised me? We have yet, in any ballpark we've been in, to get a foul ball into the booth this year.
Yeah. Oh, we are going to Dodger Stadium. We got a shot there.
Bellinger lines one foul off to the right.
We've gotten balls in the booth in Dodger Stadium. Colorado, I think we have.
I mean, it's possible.
We're a little off center in Colorado. We're not right behind home plate, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Now the 2-2. Bellinger loops one the other way in a left field for a base hit. Leadoff single here in the last of the third for Bellinger and the Cubs.
Well, you take your shots if you're Belly early in the at-bat, right? You put the big swings on the ball, try to do some damage, and then once you get behind in the count, now you tip your hat to Skeens. You go, okay, I'm going to shorten up the swing, and now this is for the ball club, and we're going to try to put this ball in play. And he goes the other way with a little backdoor hook and dumps one in the left for a base hit.
No one out. Bellinger at first. The batter, Isak Paredes, and the pitch is taken for a strike. Fastball at 98 miles per hour. Paredes walked in the first. Pittsburgh a 2-0 lead. Skeens has already thrown 63 pitches tonight. Throw to first. Bellinger gets back standing up. Cubs loaded the bases in the first, and they loaded the bases in the second and came up empty both times. Skeens sets, kicks, and fires. Paredes pops it up on the infield. The shortstop, Connor Falefa, lets it drop and now flips to second for one, but Bellinger is erased from the base paths. Paredes safe at first. I get what Connor Falefa was trying to do, but as he let it drop, he couldn't field it cleanly enough.
Well, what he was trying, he knew he wasn't going to get a double play. But what you do in that play, to tell you what happened, is now you got Paredes at first base instead of Bellinger. So you got a guy that was a very good base runner and very fast to a guy that is not a base stealer or, known for his base running. So it's actually a really good play by Connor Falefa to get it out, but now you've got the slower guy at first.
So Paredes replaces Bellinger on the bases, one away. Nico Horner at the plate. Here's the pitch. Horner swings and pops it foul out of play off to the right. Count now 1-1. As he looked at a ball low to begin the at-bat. Nico grounded into a fielder's choice in the first. He's 0 for 1. Entered play tonight, riding a 9-game hitting streak. Now the 1-1. Nico swings and lines one right into the glove of the third baseman, Triolo. 2 away.
Now that's breaking ball away. Nico hooks this ball, but right at Triolo. Yeah, that's what I mean. This guy's got pitches. His off-speed pitches go. You can get him going either direction and going down. He can throw the triple-digit fastball at the top, and then he's got that split finger that he throws in the low to, probably 92 to 94 that he gets, going downward. So, this guy's got all the pitches and great velocity.
Dansby Swanson looks at a fastball off the outside for ball one.
Sometimes I wonder with guys like this that have so many weapons and they've got such great velocity. Do they have too many weapons and they you end up with this? You're at 68 pitches in the third inning because you're using them all the time instead of just going on the attack in the first 3 innings with 100-mile-an-hour fastball and maybe a slider or just the split in the fastball and just attacking the hitters. And he didn't do that, and you've got bases loaded 2 innings in a row, and now your pitch count right now will be 70 in the third inning.
Here it comes, pitch number 70. That's outside. 2-1 the count now on Swanson. It's a great point you bring up.
It's like one of those things you get all the tricks in the bag, right? Do you have to use them all the time?
The 2-1 is way outside. 3 balls and a strike.
You might not need to use them all and just use 2 of them first 3-4 innings. And then, now instead of being at 70, you might be at 40 pitches.
Right
now.
Because efficiency is more important than anything else, right? When you've got the kind of stuff that Skeens has. Now the 3-1. Swanson looks at a ball low. That's ball 4. And now the Cubs have men at first and second with 2 away after the Swanson walk. And it'll bring up Pete Crow Armstrong.
And the other thing the Cubs have done very well so far in this game, Skeen's a big strikeout pitcher. How many times have the Cubs punched out? Just how many you got?
3 times.
3?
Crow Armstrong, one of those strikeout victims, his last time up. Here's the pitch by Skeens, a swing and a miss.
So 3 punch outs and you're second time through the lineup. So that's pretty good for the Cubs.
Cubs have men at first and second with 2 away here in the last of the third. They're down by 2. Crow Armstrong waits. The 0-1 is another swing and a miss. A blazing 99-mile-per-hour fastball from Skeens, 0-2.
Pete now choking up on the bat. I like that he's doing this when he gets behind in the count. Trying to get more control of the barrel of the bat.
Here's the 0-2. That's in the dirt, blocked by Grandal. Ball stays in front of him, so the runners stay where they are. Paredes at second, Swanson at first. Pittsburgh up 2-0. 1-2 the count on PCA. 2 away here, bottom of the third inning. Skeens working on the extreme first base side of the rubber. Sets at the belt, looks at second. That's where Paredes is. The pitch. Poke foul out of play. Second deck off to the left. Count remains 1-2. Walks by opposing pitchers are sponsored by North Shore Adult Diapers. Reassuringly strong protection for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com. The lights have taken full effect here at Wrigley Field tonight. A light wind blowing from right to left. Here's the 1-2. A swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. Grandal retrieves, spins, throws to first just in time to get a speedy Crow Armstrong for out number 3. Cubs leave 2 after 3. Pittsburgh, a 2-0 lead over the Cubs. On the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Lowe's knows Labor Day calls for amazing deals. Right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save an extra $900 on the new Frigidaire Gallery induction range. With over 15 cooking modes and a burn-resistant cooktop surface, meal prep and cleanup is easier. Shop in-store or online today. Because Lowe's knows appliances. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid 8/22 through 9/11. Selection varies by location. Savings vary based on purchase amount. See Lowe's.com for details.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. what's in your wallet.
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. Discover the artist, the foodie, the adventurer, and the kid in you, too. Discover all of you, all in one place. World-class music and art, local food, brews, and spirits, endless bike trails, and other thrilling outdoor adventures. Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Plan your getaway at visithamiltoncounty.com.
If you're an adult with moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease, you have options with Entyvio. For maintenance therapy, you and your doctor can choose between intravenous infusion or the Entyvio pen, a self-administered injection under the skin you can take at home or on the go. Discover your options at Entyvio.com. Infusion and serious allergic reactions can happen during or after treatment. Entyvio may increase risk of infection, which can be serious. PML, a rare, potentially fatal brain infection, cannot be ruled out. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, sores, or are prone to infections. Liver problems can occur. Ask your healthcare provider about Entyvio.
Scoreboard is fueled by Citgo Tri-Clean Gasoline. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. The Braves leading Colorado 2-0 in the 6th. The Brewers trailing the Cardinals 3-2 in the 5th. And the White Sox getting blanked in Baltimore 9-zip in the 8th, Zach.
Espo, thank you. Nick Gonzalez at the plate for Pittsburgh to begin the top of the 4th. The pitch by Kyle Hendricks is a called strike on the outside corner. A fastball, 0-1 the count. Pirates with a 2-0 lead. A big thank you to Stella Blue Coffee and Barstool Big Cat for being the official coffee sponsor of Cubs Radio. Hendricks steals. Gonzalez dribbles one foul off to the right, 0-2. We have got a great assortment of coffee in the booth. There's the Big Cat blend. That's the medium roast. Electric Avenue, the dark roast. And Positive Vibes, the light roast. Going to need a lot of that over the final month of this regular season. Hendricks facing home plate. He winds up and deals. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. As he got Gonzalez to chase a fastball off the outside and high for strike 3. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Own every mile in a brand new Hyundai.
Good sequence pitches by Kyle. Then he climbs the ladder with that fastball to get the punch out.
If you're wondering, hey, where can I pick up Stella Blue Coffee? As Connor Joe stands in and looks at a ball outside. A lot of different places. Mariano's, Jewel, Pick and Save, Metro Market. You can order online at StellaBlueCoffee.com or Amazon Prime. Now the 1-0 by Hendricks. Joe looks at a strike, 1-1. With each purchase of Stella Blue Coffee, proceeds go to Paw Chicago, helping pets in the Chicagoland area. Stella Blue Coffee. Great purpose, better coffee. Here's the 1-1. Joe takes strike 2 on the outside corner. A slow-moving breaking ball.
And this 4th inning is sponsored by Wintrust, the exclusive home of Cubs checking.
1 ball and 2 strikes. The count on the batter, Connor Joe, the right fielder tonight for Pittsburgh. Here's the pitch. Low and outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pirates scored both their runs in the 3rd inning. Andrew McCutchen, a sacrifice fly. Rowdy Tellez with an RBI single. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3. Joe frozen with a sinking fastball, 2 away.
Excellent pitch by Kyle. He's got it going this inning. This is 2-seamer, stays on the inside corner. Joe was looking for the changeup, and he got the fastball.
Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Own every mile in a brand new Hyundai. Yasmani Grandal looks at a slow-moving backdoor breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. Grandal, a switch hitter, batting from the left side against the right-hander Hendricks. Here's the 0-1. Awkward swing and miss at a fastball, 0-2. Grandal walked in the 2nd. Hendricks, hands above the head, kick and pitch, outside, 1-2. This is Hendricks' fourth start against the Pirates this season. Here's the pitch. A slow-moving, bouncing ball up the first baseline, fielded behind the bag by Bush. He steps on the cushion, out number 3. Pirates go down in order here in the top of the fourth. Middle 4. It's the Pirates with a 2-0 lead over the Cubs. On the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer are Chicago's Sound of Summer on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Are you looking to cash in on every game this season? But Cash the Ticket, we'll try to have you covered and give you the best shot we can. I'm Mike Delaney, and we're breaking down college and pro football with the best betting advice we can provide you. Subscribe to Cash the Ticket now on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Bears QB1 Caleb Williams was live on the score with Matt Spiegel and Mark Crody on the afternoon show.
Is life that good out there, Caleb?
Life is pretty good being part of this organization, being quarterback. And I get to be around some great people every single day. And it's also, even when I'm not necessarily feeling the best, it's not about me. It's making sure that I can control those emotions. Me being angry or me not smiling or giving positive energy to my teammates affects the team.
Do you enjoy going against a defense that talks?
It's been great going against that defense. I think they're going to just elevate and be a lot better than they were last year. Going against them, it's been really challenging. Them throwing a bunch of different things at me, from coverages, the blitzes, the simulated blitzes.
Bears star quarterback Caleb Williams live on the score. For more incredible Bears coverage, including surprise Bears guests, keep it locked on Sports Radio 670 The Score and live on the free Odyssey app.
Sooners are sponsored by the Village of New Lenox, leading the way in residential and economic development. And with the Yankees coming to town this weekend, guys, lots of Yankees on the league leaders. The top 2 OPS players, Aaron Judge, Juan Soto. Judge with 51 homers and 124 RBIs. Surely looks like an MVP season for him, Zach.
Yeah, the numbers are eye-popping. Espo, thank you. Christian Bethancourt at the plate leads off the bottom of the fourth by dribbling one foul off to the left, 0-1. Pittsburgh a 2-0 lead over the Cubs. Pirates scoring twice in the third. Andrew McCutchen a sac fly. Rowdy Tellez with an RBI single. But that series this weekend here at Wrigley Field between the Cubs and Yankees will mark the first time as Skeens makes his pitch way outside, 1-1 at Bethancourt. It'll be the first time Anthony Rizzo plays a game here at Wrigley Field since the Cubs traded him to the Yankees back in 2021. Man, that's going to be something, the ovation that guy gets. Here comes the 1-1. Bethancourt looks at the ball outside, 2-1. Skeens deals. And this pitch is popped up, shallow right. Coming in, Joe. He's under it, angling toward the line. He makes the catch. One away as Bethancourt is retired. But you think about that 26 team, and there were so many stars that are beloved by the Cubs fan base. But Anthony Rizzo was here first, right? He was the guy that came here first, endured all those bad years as the Cubs were building up. And the impact that he had on the field and off the field in the community, he's a legend around here forever. Ian Happ at the plate. Here's the pitch by Skeens. High and outside, 1-0.
Yeah, Anthony will, it'll be an emotional weekend for him to come back to Chicago. Absolutely. Be fun to see him back in Wrigley Field, that's for sure. And I know our fans are looking forward to seeing Anthony.
Happ looks at a strike. The count now 1-1. Skeens facing home plate. Now spins and deals. Called strike on the outside corner. 1-2. A 98-mile-per-hour heater. Happ's 0 for 2 tonight. A fly out to deep left, and he struck out swinging. The next pitch will be number 85 by Skeens. Here it comes. Happ swings and misses at a changeup. Strike 3. 2 away.
Now Skeens, it's that off-speed pitch that he's got. That's that split finger that really dives off and runs. It's just such a tough pitch to stay on because it starts out coming out of the hand looking like the fastball, and it's in the middle of the plate. and he's made some good ones to Ian. And then it just, as you get ready to attack, the ball just runs down and away. You just can't stay on it unless he makes a mistake with it, and he has not done that to Ian.
Michael Busch looks at a breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. Busch is 0 for 1 with a walk tonight. And the pitch. A swing and a miss. And a changeup, 0-2. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Michael Busch at the plate, 0-2 the count. Skeens delivers a swing and a miss, strike 3, as Skeens gets Busch with a change. Cubs go down in order in the 4th. We head to the 5th. Pittsburgh, a 2-0 lead on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cub fans, Craig Counsell here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Lowe's knows Labor Day calls for amazing deals. Right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save an extra $900 on the new Frigidaire Gallery induction range. With over 15 cooking modes and a burn-resistant cooktop surface, meal prep and cleanup is easier. Shop in-store or online today, because Lowe's knows appliances. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid 8/22 through 9/11. Selection varies by location. Savings vary based on purchase amount. See Lowe's.com for details.
Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. Discover the artist, the foodie, the adventurer, and the kid in you too. Discover all of you, all in one place. World-class music and art, local food, brews, and spirits, endless bike trails, and other thrilling outdoor adventures. Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Plan your getaway at visithamiltoncounty.com.
Football isn't just a game, it's a game we're trying to win. I'm Jim Costa. On Cash the Ticket, we help you turn every matchup into an opportunity, whether it's college football or the NFL. If there's action, we're on it. Get your winning edge with Cash the Ticket. Follow Cash the Ticket in the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
With Eckrich, the official smoked sausage and deli meat of the college football playoff, it's super easy to score big flavor, even when you have no time between the laundry, your laundry list of responsibilities, and kickoff. You're still ready to go with perfectly seasoned smoked sausage you heat up and eat up. Whether it's Grandpa's famous chili dogs or your famous almost forgot the potluck deli sliders, Eckrich makes every game day taste and feel like a win. For extra delicious game days, just add Eckrich.
In Homes Talk Cubs baseball and Chicago sports every weekday from 10 to 2 on 670 The Score and the Odyssey app. Zach?
Espo, thank you. Top 5, Pittsburgh, a 2-0 lead over the Cubs. Jared Triolo at the plate, the number 9 hitter for Pittsburgh, and he looks at a strike from Kyle Hendricks, a changeup on the outer edge. 0-1 the count. We're in the Potawatomi Casino Hotel 5th inning. Light up your senses. 2-0 Pirates. Here's the 0-1. Triolo takes strike 2, a fastball on the outside corner. Andrew McCutchen with a sacrifice fly in the 3rd. Rowdy Tellez with an RBI single in the 3rd, responsible for the Pirate runs. Triolo waits for the 0-2. Hendricks deals. Low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He missed with a sinking fastball. There is activity in the Cubs bullpen. The veteran left-hander Drew Smiley is warming up. The next pitch by Hendricks will be number 82. It's low and outside, 2-2. We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. As Hendricks gets Triolo with a sinking fastball. 1 away. The first out, sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity, because it's only live once. If you're wondering about Pat, he's healthy. He's fine. Just taking a couple of days off. He'll be back for tomorrow's ball game here, the finale against the Pirates, with Shota Imanaga pitching. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa looks at a ball low and outside, 1-0 the count. Here's the 1-0. Kiner-Falefa dribbles one, right of the mound, fielded by Hendricks. Underhand toss to Bush at first, 2 away. Tomorrow is a night game here at Wrigley Field. Our pregame show begins at 6:05. First pitch coming your way at 6:40. The Pirates have yet to announce who they will use as their starter tomorrow night. But Shota is 11-3 with a 3.14 ERA. Brian Reynolds at the plate with 2 down here in the 5th. Pittsburgh a 2-0 lead. And Reynolds taps one foul at the plate. That looked like it took a bite out of the catcher, Bethencourt. So the home plate umpire, Doug Eddings, personally walks the new baseball out to Hendricks right in front of the front slope of the mound to give Bethencourt an opportunity to collect himself. That was a ball that hit Bethencourt off a hop in the lower abdomen. 0-1 to count. Now the pitch. That's low to Reynolds. 1 ball and 1 strike. Reynolds is 1 for 2 tonight. He singled in the 3rd. Here's the pitch. Fisted foul out of play off to the left.
Good pitch again by Kyle. He has thrown some good pitches to Reynolds. Reynolds singled once. And Kyle got a little pop-up. See if he can make a quality pitch here and get the out.
The 1-2. He did. Called strike 3. Change up on the outside corner. Reynolds, frustrated, fires his helmet to the ground in frustration. Pirates go down in order here in the top of the 5th. Middle 5. It's Pittsburgh with a 2-0 lead on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer bring you all the action on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Fantasy freaks and geeks. What's cracking? It's your boy James Coe back with my brand new project, the Sleeper King Football Podcast. Look, I get it. Okay, there's a lot of fantasy pods out there, but we're going to keep this one light, 15 to 20 minutes, 4 to 5 times a week. And man, we are going to pack it with all the info you need, season long, weekly projections, and of course, sleepers. Follow and listen to the Sleeper King Football Podcast on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Whether you're on the water, hitting the trails, or soaking up the sun, Shade & Precision Eyewear provides superior protection and clarity. Since life's too short to compromise on quality, visit SeeBetterPlayBetter.com to explore their range of premium sunglasses.
The Federal Air Marshal Service protects the traveling public in the air and on the ground. You're invited to attend the FAM Chicago hiring event on September 17th and 18th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center at 5555 North River Road, Rosemont, Illinois. No law enforcement experience is required. Join a mission that matters and visit jobs.tsa.gov/law-enforcement to register for the event. U.S. citizenship required.
Bears head coach Matt Eberflus joined the Bernstein and Holmes show live.
How good is this team, and what are fair expectations for this Bears team this year?
Yeah, so I'm going to go back to what Coach Saban said to me about expectations. You know, those things are outside forces, and we really need to focus on the inside out. You know, what we're doing on a day-to-day basis to get the job done for 1 week at a time. And I know that sounds like coach speak, but it's true. You know, we can't focus on what expectations are on the outside. We know that we can be a pretty good football team, but we also know that there's a challenge every single week in front of us, and that challenge right now is Tennessee. Well, I think it's a learning process, isn't it? With everybody, every position that you have, you know, the jobs that we've had over the years, and you just get better. You know, experience and exposure teaches you a lot of things. And I think once you're comfortable in the spot, you can just be yourself and be authentic, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Dan Bernstein and Lawrence Holmes, 10 a.m. to 2 on Chicago Sports Radio, 670 The Score. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
It's your next outing in a private suite located on the Wrigley Field suite level. This all-inclusive experience starts at 8 guests for select games. For details, Cubs.com/premier, Zach.
Espo, thank you. Seiya Suzuki looks at a ball low to begin the last of the 5th. Pittsburgh with a 2-0 lead over the Cubs. Paul Skeen still out there for Pittsburgh. The 22-year-old phenom works his motion. Here's the pitch. Fouled off the netting to the right, 1-1.
I believe in his last start against the Cubs, he threw 82 pitches, so he's at 90 now. And this will probably be his last inning, I would think.
Chop foul off to the left by Suzuki, 1-2.
So no matter what happens in this inning, the Cubs offense has done their job. Through 5 innings, you got a chance of getting Skeens out of the game and go after that bullpen for the second half of the ball game. And Pittsburgh has had their issues with that bullpen.
The 1-2 is outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander Colin Holderman from Bourbonnais is warming up in the Pittsburgh bullpen for Derek Shelton, who went to Warren Township High School in Gurnee. Here's the 2-2. A check swing foul ball that bounces off the netting to the right by Suzuki, 2-2. Suzuki, the Cubs' designated hitter, and designated hitters for the Cubs are sponsored by Fireplace and Chimney Authority. Visit online or their Elmhurst and Lisle showrooms. Light wind blowing from right to left here at the friendly confines. The 2-2 way outside. Skeens missing with an off-speed delivery. So 3-2 the count on Suzuki. He's 1 for 2 tonight, a single and a ground out. The pitch. Seiya hits a high fly ball deep left center field. Going back, Reynolds at the track near the wall. He leaps and makes the catch against the ivy for out number 1.
The wind is blowing that way, so the ball's getting a little extra carry. They're going to take a look at this to see if he catches it or traps it against the ivy. And I think he is going to be out. This is a nice play. This ball just misses going into the basket. I mean, it must miss the front edge of that basket by inches. And Reynolds goes up and makes the catch.
So 1 down. Here's Cody Bellinger. The pitch. Belly hits a pop fly. Shallow left, angling toward the line is Reynolds. Fair territory. He's got it for out number 2.
I thought that ball that Suzuki hit was going to have a chance to get to the basket with the way the wind is blowing. Just came up short.
A reminder, the pitch clock is powered by Work Zone Safety. Make sure you follow Work Zone signs. It's not a game. 2 down, bottom 5, 2-0 Pittsburgh. Isak Paredes at the plate. And the pitch is hit high in the air down the left field line. And hooking way foul out of play.
And great to have our superintendent of our school district in Lockport here today, Dr. Bob McBride. He was here with his family. Great to have him here at Wrigley. Big Cub fan. He listens to us all the time.
We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Paredes looks at a strike on the outside corner, 0-2.
They had more Cubs gear on than I think I have. They were loaded up with Cubs gear, and I didn't get it for them. That's just
really?
No, yeah. They had the Rizzo jersey. I was laughing. Tony coming into town this weekend. Yep, they had all the gear on, so very nice. Great guy. Incredible energy for all those kids that are in the Lockport School District, Dr. McBride.
The 0-2, Paredes pops it foul out of play off to the right. There's nothing like the impact of a good teacher, right?
Yep. That is for sure.
Here comes the 0-2. Skeens to Paredes. A line drive hit the left center field deep. Cruz going back but playable. Makes a backhanded catch on the track for out number 3. So the Cubs go down in order here in the 5th. After 5, Pittsburgh still up 2-0 over the Cubs. On the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans. It's Pete Crow Armstrong. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Labor Day savings start now at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to an extra $750 with the purchase of 2 or more select major appliances, like the new Whirlpool Wipe Clean range. Its coating makes cleanup easier without the use of harsh chemicals. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid 8/22 through 9/11. Savings vary based on purchase amount. See Lowe's.com for details. Selection varies by location. Promotion on appliances $396 or more.
Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. Discover the artist, the foodie, the adventurer, and the kid in you too. Discover all of you, all in one place. World-class music and art, local food, brews, and spirits, endless bike trails, and other thrilling outdoor adventures. Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Plan your getaway at visithamiltoncounty.com.
Today's Woodman's home run inning contestant is Zachary Greenberger from Roselle, who will win the Woodman's gift card jackpot of $350 if a Northsider hits a home run this inning. You can enter the QR code at any Chicago area Woodman's. Good luck, Zachary. Today's Woodman's home run inning contestant, service and savings. That's Woodman's. O'Neal Cruz leads off the top of the sixth for Pittsburgh and looks at a fastball low from the new Cub pitcher, left-hander Drew Smiley, who takes over for Kyle Hendricks. 2-0 Pirates here in the top of the sixth. The pitch. A breaking ball pulled on the ground, fielded at first by Bush behind the bag. He jogs to the cushion, steps on it, and Cruz is retired. One away. The first out, sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once.
Now, good start to the inning for Smiley, and nice job by Kyle, only giving up 2 runs through the first 5. And now he'll pass the baton to the bullpen. But Kyle did his job keeping the Cubs in this game. Skeens has not given up a run yet.
McCutcheon grounds one to third, fielded by Paredes. His throw across in time, 2 away.
But I would say as Skeens is coming off the field, you look up and, he's pitch count is high. He is at 100 pitches. I got to believe his night is over. And, the Cubs are in the second half of the game in a 2-0 ball game, and one of the elite, the starter for the National League in the All-Star game. Cubs are right in this game.
Rowdy Tellez bunts one foul behind the plate, 0-1.
Woo.
Yeah, that's a better sound.
I'd like to ask Derek Shelton what he thinks of that one.
Here's the 0-1. Foul back by Tellez.
You got a 270-pound first baseman. 2 outs, you listed. 2 outs, nobody on, and he's trying to bunt for a hit. Now, if he said he was going to try to hit one to Lake Michigan, I'm all for that. But try to bunt for a hit.
I mean, the Cubs will take the bunts.
Yeah, no, it's not what you'd expect or want your guy to do.
Smiley deals the pitch. A breaking ball that floats into the zone for strike 3. As Tellez is caught looking. So an excellent 6th inning for Drew Smiley and the Cubs. Pirates go down in order, middle 6. Pittsburgh a 2-0 lead on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Ian Happ here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
The Federal Air Marshal Service protects the traveling public in the air and on the ground. You're invited to attend the FAM Chicago hiring event on September 17th and 18th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center at 5555 North River Road, Rosemont, Illinois. No law enforcement experience is required. Join a mission that matters and visit jobs.tsa.gov/law-enforcement to register for the event. U.S. citizenship required.
Hey, fantasy football owners, I'm Matt Harmon. And what's cracking? I'm James Coe. Join us on Reception Perception as we dive deep into wide receivers, the position that will make or break your fantasy team.
Follow and listen to Reception Perception on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Whether you're on the water, hitting the trails, or soaking up the sun, Shading Precision Eyewear provides superior protection and clarity, since life's too short to compromise on quality. Visit SeeBetterPlayBetter.com to explore their range of premium sunglasses.
Bears head coach Matt Eberflus joined the Bernstein and Holmes show live.
How good is this team, and what are fair expectations for this Bears team this year?
Yeah, so I'm going to go back to what Coach Saban said to me about expectations. Those things are outside forces. And we really need to focus on the inside out, what we're doing on a day-to-day basis to get the job done for 1 week at a time. And I know that sounds like coach speak, but it's true. We can't focus on what expectations are on the outside. We know that we can be a pretty good football team, but we also know that there's a challenge every single week in front of us, and that challenge right now is Tennessee. Well, I think it's a learning process, isn't it? With everybody in every position that you have, the jobs that we've had over the years, and you just get better. Experience and exposure teaches you a lot of things, and I think once you're comfortable in the spot, you can just be yourself and be authentic, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Dan Bernstein and Lawrence Holmes, 10 a.m. to 2 on Chicago Sports Radio, 670 The Score. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
The Horner is on deck. Who's on deck is sponsored by On Deck. Need a small business loan fast? Apply today at ondeck.com, and we have a new Pirate pitcher, Zach.
Right-hander Colin Holderman from Bourbonnais Espo takes over for Paul Skeens, who leaves after 5 innings and 100 pitches thrown. 5 scoreless innings for Skeens tonight. 2-0 Pirates as we begin the last of the 6th inning. Holderman deals on the first pitch in there for strike to Nico. Fastball at 96 miles per hour. 0-1 the count. Horner's 0 for 2 tonight. Trying to extend his hitting streak to 10. And the 0-1. This is lined to center. Cruz drifting toward right center, backing up and makes the catch. 1 away.
Good swing by Nico. Line drive to center. He's got that one elevated a little too much.
So here comes Dansby Swanson, who's reached base twice tonight. A single in the second, and he walked in the third. 2-0 Pittsburgh, 1 down. Bottom of the 6th inning. Holderman deals. Pitch taken for a strike. A cutter on the outer half, 0-1. All opponent pitching changes are sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com. The pitch. A breaking ball that's taken for a strike. 0-2 now on Swanson. Skeens gave up 4 hits and 5 innings of work. No runs, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts. The Cubs 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position tonight. They've left 8 men on base. Swanson hitting at .238 on the year. He's got 13 home runs. And the pitch. Pop fly, shallow right, a triumvirate of Pirates in the area, and it's Gonzalez, the second baseman, who makes a basket catch in foul territory, just in front of the tarp for out number 2.
Now, very nice catch. He's got to go a long way to get to this ball. Gonzalez makes the basket catch right in front of the tarp. Very nice play. He showed good range, good speed, and excellent play.
Excuse me, Coons. So 2 down. Pete Crow Armstrong will step to the plate. He's 0 for 2 tonight. A couple of swinging strikeouts. Holderman deals. Pitch low. 1-0 the count. Kyle Hendricks started for the Cubs. He went 5 innings, giving up 2 runs on 5 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. And now it's a bullpen game the rest of the way. Here's the 1-0. Crow Armstrong fouls it back off the screen.
Colin Holderman, he pitched for one of our sponsors, Jeff Vukovich, as Lombard Oriole team. And his pitching coach, Timmy Stoddard, ex-Cub. I believe they're here at the ballpark today. They had Holderman on their ball club as a young person, a younger guy, before he got into pro baseball.
I'll bet they won a lot of games. As Crow Armstrong swings and
they always do. They're always in that World Series talk. Yeah, absolutely.
1-2 the count on PCA. Holderman puts the ball in the glove. He works on the extreme first base side of the rubber. The big right-hander deals. That's outside, 2-2. But this was the goal, right? Make it a bullpen game.
Absolutely. Cubs did everything you'd want them to do in the first half of the game you'd want to score some runs, but if you don't, You're in the game after 5 as that ball's chopped foul down the first base line. But you're in the game. You get to the bullpen. You get Skeens out after 5. Now you know everything that you were hoping could happen in this game is happening. And now the Cubs offense has to do their job against the Pirate bullpen.
Pirates have 4th worst bullpen ERA in baseball. The 2-2. Swing and a miss by Crow Armstrong. Strike 3. Cubs go down in order here in the 6th inning. PCA has struck out 3 times tonight. We head to the 7th. Pittsburgh, a 2-0 lead on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer are Chicago's sound of summer on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
The Federal Air Marshal Service protects the traveling public in the air and on the ground. You're invited to attend the FAM Chicago hiring event on September 17th and 18th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center at 5555 North River Road, Rosemont, Illinois. No law enforcement experience is required. Join a mission that matters and visit jobs.tsa.gov/law-enforcement to register for the event. U.S. citizenship required.
Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. Discover the artist, the foodie, the adventurer, and the kid in you too. Discover all of you, all in one place. World-class music and art, local food, brews, and spirits, endless bike trails, and other thrilling outdoor adventures. Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Plan your getaway at visithamiltoncounty.com.
If you're an adult with moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease, you have options with Entyvio. For maintenance therapy, you and your doctor can choose between intravenous infusion or the Entyvio pen, a self-administered injection under the skin you can take at home or on the go. Discover your options at Entyvio.com. Infusion and serious allergic reactions can happen during or after treatment. Entyvio may increase risk of infection, which can be serious. PML, a rare, potentially fatal brain infection, cannot be ruled out. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, sores, or are prone to infections. Liver problems can occur. Ask your healthcare provider about Entyvio.
Pitching changes by Cubs opponents are sponsored by James Hardy. I should say pitching changes by the Cubs are sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. We begin the top half of the 7th inning. Cubs have a new man on the mound. Right-hander Tyson Miller takes over. Nick Gonzalez at the plate. Righty-righty matchup, and that pitch is up high for a ball, 1-0. Pittsburgh, a 2-0 lead over the Cubs. It's game 2 of a 3-game set. Pirates rallied to win the opener last night. Miller delivers a swing and miss by Gonzalez. 1-1 the count. Paul Skeens started, went the first 5 innings. Cubs scattered 4 hits against him. He walked 4 and struck out 6, the 1-1. Foul back off the screen, 1-2. Kyle Hendricks started for the Cubs. He went 5 innings and gave up 2 runs on 5 hits. Gonzalez 1 for 2 on the night. A single in the second and struck out swinging in the 4th. Now the 1-2. Line drive the other way in a right center field for a base hit. So Gonzalez has his second hit of the game.
Pretty nice swing by Gonzalez. This little two-seamer running in on him. Inside corner and just inside outs this ball the other way. Pretty good approach right there by Gonzalez. He waited on that pitch well.
Here's Connor Joe. Right-handed hitting right fielder. The pitch. Fouls it back, 0-1. Joe's 1 for 2 tonight. He singled in the second, caught looking in the 4th. Hitting at .235 on the year, 9 home runs, 35 RBIs. 4 of his 9 home runs this season have come against the Cubs. Gonzalez at first, being held on by Bush. Miller kicks and fires, way outside. Missed with a slider, 1-1. We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman with you. Pat has the night off. We'll be back tomorrow night for the finale of this 3-game set. Throw to first, diving back in safely, Gonzalez. Shota Imanaga will take the ball for the Cubs in the finale of this series tomorrow night. Pirates have yet to announce their starter. Miller sets. Now the 1-1. Joe fists it foul out of play off to the right. If you're wondering what the latest is with Justin Steele, he was supposed to start tonight, scratched because of an elbow issue. They did some tests today, and Justin Steele saying that the MRI on his elbow today showed no structural damage. The pitch, low and outside to Joe. Miller missed with a slider, so 2-2 the count. The issue now for Steele, just inflammation in that elbow, but it's got to go down before he can pitch again. And we don't know if he'll go on the IL. The runner goes, pitch outside. No throw by Bethancourt. He dropped the ball as he attempted to make the transfer from glove to hand, and a stolen base for Gonzalez.
Yeah, this is a sweeping breaking ball way outside. Bethancourt tries to reach out, get it, and in that transfer never really did get it to the bare hand, so it'll be a stolen base.
The payoff pitch is low and outside, ball 4 to Joe. And now the Pirates have something going here in the top of the 7th. Men at first and second, no one out, and Yasmani Grandal due up.
A couple sweeping breaking balls and a pulled fastball, and now you get 2 men out and nobody out here in the 7th. Cubs need something good to happen here. See if you get Grandal to hit a ground ball to Nico.
Cubs have the corner infielders playing in on the infield grass.
Well, Derek Shelton has showed that he will bunt. He bunted yesterday. So we'll see if he does that here.
Grandal waits pickoff play at second. The throw not in time.
Pickoff at second base. More so to see whether or not Grandal was going to show bunt. So years past when we would have bunt plays on this situation, the first one you'd always try to pick off just to see if the hitter would show bunt or not.
Here's the pitch. Grandal does not show bunt and takes a ball inside 1-0.
Don't think Grandal is going to bunt. Think they're going to take the chance of him putting a good swing on a ball with kind of the 3/4 delivery of Miller and a left-handed hitter with some pop in his bat.
Here's the 1-0. Now he shows bunt and bunts it to the left side. Fielded by Paredes. His throw across in time. A successful sacrifice bunt by Grandal. Gonzalez advances to third. Joe moves to second. 1 away.
Well, there you go. You never know. And Derek Shelton gave Grandal, and that'll be something that you can put in the scouting report. And remember, he gave Grandal 1 strike, and then nothing happened, and then he put the bunt on.
Now Jared Triolo stands in. Infield in for the Cubs. The pitch. A breaking ball that spins into the zone for a strike. 0-1. Pittsburgh a 2-0 lead over the Cubs, and the Pirates are threatening now. They've got men at second and third with just 1 away here in the top of the 7th. Miller kicks and delivers. Triolo drills one deep left. Hap going back at the track. Looks up. It's in the basket, in the well for a home run. A 3-run shot for Jared Triolo. And the Pirates now up 5-0 over the Cubs here in the 7th.
Now Triolo, he hits a line drive bullet, and we said the ball's going to carry to left. And this one might get a little bit of help, but it's just a line drive bullet right over Ian's head. Little hanging breaking ball, stays right in the middle of the plate. And Triolo didn't miss it. He tattoos this one. This is a line drive.
5-0 Pirates here in the 7th. 1 away. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa at the plate. And the pitch outside, ball 1. A 371-foot drive. Exit velocity 104 miles per hour by Triolo. His 7th home run of the year. The pitch. It's taken for a strike. 1-1 the count on Kiner-Falefa. And the pitch. Ground ball up the middle, fielded behind the bag by Horner. Slings to first. 2 away. A reminder, the first out was sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once. The story so far in the first 2 games of this series, big hits by the Pirates against the Cubs bullpen.
Well, it's one of those things where, the Cubs did so well against Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh that you knew them coming in less than a week from when we played them. The Cubs put it on them pretty good in their home ballpark. And, Pirates are a big league ball club just like the Cubs. And they got, very prideful manager that, I'm sure didn't like the way things went in Pittsburgh. And they were going to be ready to play coming into Chicago, and they've showed it so far.
Yeah, 5-0 Pirates here in the 7th, 2 away. Brian Reynolds swings and misses at the first offering from Miller. The next pitch is hit in the air to left. Playable for Happ. Drifting back, makes the catch short of the track. And that ends the top half of the 7th. Pirates up 5-0. The 7th inning stretch is sponsored by Volvo Plug-in Hybrid Vehicles, electric cars with a backup plan. Visit your local retailer to learn more. Here are Boog and JD.
Guest conductors for Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Your Chicago Cubs television broadcasters, Boog Shambi and Jim Dishes.
All right, here we go, everybody. Heads up. Don't worry, we'll get some runs. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. Root for the. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Let's get some runs. Let's get some runs.
Catch every moment of every game all season long on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. Discover the artist, the foodie, the adventurer, and the kid in you, too. Discover all of you, all in one place. World-class music and art, local food, brews, and spirits, endless bike trails, and other thrilling outdoor adventures. Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Plan your getaway at visithamiltoncounty.com.
5-0 Pirates as we get set for the last of the 7th here at Wrigley Field. Game 2 of a 3-game set. Christian Bethancourt at the plate. Carmen Majinski, the new man on the mound for Pittsburgh, and the right-hander starts Bethancourt off with a slider for a strike 0-1. Bethancourt 1 for 2 tonight. Single and a fly out, and the pitch, swing and a miss, 0-2. Pitching changes by Cubs opponents are sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com. Majinski works from the third base side of the rubber. The right-hander sets up high, kicks and delivers. Low and outside, 1-2. Another beautiful night weather-wise here at the friendly confines. 70 degrees at the moment here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And the pitch. Bethancourt hits a high fly ball, deep left. Reynolds going back at the track. It is playable, and he makes the catch for out number 1 as Bethancourt is retired. Time and temperature is sponsored by Circa Resort and Casino. Get ready for the time of your life. CircaLasVegas.com.
Bethancourt just missed. He hit that ball right in the button, but a mile in the air. Wind blowing out to left and blowing out a little harder now, but didn't affect that one enough to get it out into the basket, kind of in that well area.
Ian Happ lines one into left center field. This drops in for a base hit. Ball backhanded by Cruz. Big turn at first by Happ, but jogs back to the first base bag as Cruz gets it into the infield. A one-out single for Happ. That'll bring up Michael Busch.
Now Cruz pretty casual after he catches this ball in the gap, taking 3 steps. If the Cubs were not down 5-0, I guarantee you Ian would have taken second base on that and made it. But you can't take that chance when you're down 5 runs.
Michael Busch swings and lands one foul off the netting to the left, 0-1.
But that will be something that you'll put in the old scouting book and remember that ball hitting the gap, Cruz will take a couple extra steps thinking he's okay because he does have a good arm. But you take those 2 steps, the runner, he'll beat that throw to second base.
Busch taps one foul at the plate, 0-2 the count. Before the Happ single moments ago, the Pirates had retired 11 in a row. Paul Skeens started, went the first 5 innings. Busch waits for the 0-2. Michinski deals. That's low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. All reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. 1 on, 1 out for the Cubs here in the last of the 7th. Pittsburgh a 5-0 lead. Busch waits for the 1-2. Here it comes. Slow-moving tapper on the right side, fielded by Gonzalez. His only play is to first to get Busch 2 away. Happ advances to second base.
Now the Cubs need a big swing of the bat here. See if Seiya can come up with big swing. You might need a long ball or 2 to get back into this ball game. Wind blowing out to left, not blowing out hard, but the ball's carrying. We've seen that already today.
Seiya 1 for 3 tonight with a single. Here's the pitch. Strike on the outside corner, a cut fastball from Michinski, 0-1. Seiya coming in to play tonight, a hot hitter. 333 over his last 15 games, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs. A long set, and the 0-1. Called strike 2. As Seiya looks at a slider that spins into the zone. Now the pitch. In the dirt, squirts to the left of Grandal, but not far enough for Happ to advance. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Grandal's done a pretty good job behind the plate tonight, especially with Skeens out there. Cubs had a lot of traffic on the bases in the early going in this game, and Skeens throwing some nasty pitches with a lot of velocity, and Grandal did a pretty good job of no pass balls, no wild pitches.
That last pitch, a slider low and outside, 2-2. But you're right, the Cubs loaded the bases in the first, didn't score. Loaded the bases in the second, both against Skeens, and came up empty-handed. The 2-2. Dribbler up the first base line, rolling foul. Seiya ended up on one knee on the follow-through.
Seiya's not picking the ball up at all off Michinski. This is a fastball. This is way inside. And kind of falling away. He's still swinging and makes contact. He's just happy it rolled foul. And he's taking time out. I had to check my bat to see if it was broke. To be honest with you. Some guys, you just don't pick up the ball out of their hand. Sometimes you just can't explain it, but you just don't.
Suzuki swings and misses at a blazing 97-mile-per-hour fastball. Strike 3. Happ stranded at second after 7. Pittsburgh up 5-0 on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Justin Steele here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Baseball is in full swing. NBA playoffs are heating up, and your NFL team is gearing up for training camp. Listen to the latest on the teams you love here on the Odyssey app. The biggest sports radio stations in the country, providing unrivaled local coverage of their teams, all in one place. Exclusive interviews with players, coaches, and team executives, streaming live and always available on demand. Stay in the know with your favorite teams right here on the Odyssey app.
At Ross, save big with brands on brands on brands.
Brands on brands? What about boots?
Brands on brands.
Bags?
Brands on brands.
Jeans, jackets, dresses?
Brands on brands on brands. Looking to save big on?
Brands on brands on brands.
Then head to Ross. Yes, for less.
The Federal Air Marshal Service protects the traveling public in the air and on the ground. You're invited to attend the FAM Chicago hiring event on September 17th and 18th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center at 5555 North River Road, Rosemont, Illinois. No law enforcement experience is required. Join a mission that matters and visit jobs.tsa.gov/law-enforcement to register for the event. U.S. citizenship required.
Whether you're on the water, hitting the trails, or soaking up the sun, Shading Precision Eyewear provides superior protection and clarity. Since life's too short to compromise on quality, visit SeeBetterPlayBetter.com to explore their range of premium sunglasses.
Lowe's knows saving pros time and money means getting the job done easier. Right now, save 10% on Georgia Pacific vinyl siding panels. Plus, save an additional 20% when you buy in bulk. And get free same-day delivery to the job site when you order by 2 p.m. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Offer valid through 9/4. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Our out-of-town scoreboard is fueled by Citgo Tri-Clean Gasoline. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Bad news, at least so far. The Braves leading the Rockies in the 8th, 3-0. Cardinals and Brewers tied at 3, and the White Sox have lost again, Zach, 9-0 in Baltimore.
Espo, thank you. Ethan Roberts, the new pitcher for the Cubs to begin the top of the 8th inning. The first pitch to O'Neill Cruz is a swing and a foul back. The bat goes flying and smashes off the netting to the right. He did not break the bat. It just went flying out of his hands. So 0-1, the count to Cruz. Pitching changes by the Cubs are sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Roberts, 11 games this season in the majors, a 2.93 ERA. The right-hander is ready. So's Cruz. Righty-lefty matchup. Here's the 0-1. Line drive caught by Nico Horner on one knee, angling toward his right. One away.
A little slider from Roberts. He wanted to get this ball farther in, and it ends up in the middle of the plate. Ball's hit. It's a bullet right at Nico. Nice play by Nico. First out of the inning.
And Coom, the first out is sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once. One down, Andrew McCutchen at the plate, and the pitch. Low and outside, 1-0.
And the 8th inning sponsored by Cars for Kids, 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
The 1-0 delivery by Roberts is a swing and a miss by McCutchen. And a slider, 1-1. Time to see how we did with our guesses in the Vinny's Beverage Depot attendance game. The attendance tonight here at Wrigley Field, 29,450, which means Mike Esposito is the winner of the Vinny's Beverage Depot attendance game as McCutchen swings and misses at a fastball, 1-2. Espo came really close. His guess was 29,500. So congratulations, Espo. Roberts, a long set, and the 1-2. Low and outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I will take correction here. I guessed 28.5 because Ronnie guessed 29, and that was going to be my guess. So I don't want a false crown here.
So I was handed wrong information as McCutchen swings and misses at a slider. Strike 3. And honesty is always the best policy. Espo, you're a winner in my book.
Well, Espo, we can share the prize tonight for winning the attendance game. How's that?
I appreciate that, Ronnie. Well, our brains both came up with 29,000, so I think that's the way to go.
We were good, yeah.
So 2 down here in the top.
Paulie, tell him what his prize is.
Paulie's still trying to crunch the numbers. Rowdy Tellez at the plate. The pitch That one is inside and skips to the backstop. 1-0 the count. What I can tell you is, stay tuned for the Toast of the Game ball play presented by Vinny's Beverage Depot, coming up with the Coom Dog, Ron Coomer, in the 9th inning. One and 0 the count on Tellez. Pittsburgh, a 5-0 lead over the Cubs. Kyle Hendricks started, gave up 2 runs and 5 innings of work. Robert steals the 1-0. Tellez bounces one foul off his foot. 1-1. Jared Triolo then hit a 3-run shot off of Tyson Miller in the 7th inning. So 5-0 Pirates. Tellez waits for the 1-1. Here it comes. A breaking ball that spins into the zone for a strike. 1-2. A reminder to stay tuned for Mike Esposito and the It's Not a Game Illinois.com Cubs radio postgame show as Tellez hits one foul out of play off to the right. 1-2.
Hopefully before this game is over, the Cubs will give Nespo some good highlights and a victorious show to do here.
Tellez swings and misses at a cutter. Strike 3. A 1-2-3, top of the 8th. We head to the last of the 8th. Cubs need a rally. They're down 5-0 to Pittsburgh. On the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer bring you all the action on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
We all belong outside. We're drawn to nature, whether it's the recorded sounds of the ocean we doze off to, or the succulents that adorn our homes. Nature makes all of our lives, well, better. Despite all this, we often go about our busy lives removed from it. But the outdoors is closer than we realize. With All Trails, you can discover trails nearby and explore confidently. With offline maps and on-trail navigation, download the free app today and make the most of your summer with All Trails.
Hey, fantasy football owners, I'm Matt Harmon.
And what's cracking? I'm James Coe. Join us on Reception Perception as we dive deep into wide receivers, the position that will make or break your fantasy team.
Follow and listen to Reception Perception on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Shop Labor Day deals you won't want to miss at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to an extra $750 with the purchase of 2 or more select major appliances, like the Samsung Bespoke Washer and Dryer. Its super speed gets laundry done in under 1 hour. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid 8/22 through 9/11. Savings vary based on purchase amount. See Lowe's.com for details. Selection varies by location. Promotion on appliances $396 or more.
Wrigley Field to cheer on your Cubs. Visit Cubs.com to purchase tickets.
Espo, thank you. Bottom half of the 8th inning here at Wrigley Field. Cody Bellinger looks at a slider for a strike from right-hander Carmen Majinski. Pittsburgh with a 5-0 lead. Game 2 of a 3-game set. Bellinger waits. The next pitch is foul back, 0-2. Belly's 1 for 2. A single and a walk tonight. Cubs offense has had some chances. They haven't been able to come through with the big hit. Here's the 0-2. That's in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Paul Skeens started, went 5 innings, scattered 4 hits. Cubs 0 for 5 tonight with runners in scoring position. They've left 9 men on base. Here's the pitch. Chopper to first, fielded on a high hop by Tellez. He jogs to the bag and beats Bellinger for out number 1.
Yeah, it's one of those ball games where you had Skeens on the ropes, couple innings, but it's easy to say, but when a guy has that kind of stuff, I don't care, what team is on offense. If he makes great pitches, he's going to get out of a lot of jams, and that's exactly what he did. Cubs did a good job of getting guys on. He was able to pitch just well enough to get out of some of those jams early in the ball game, and then he kind of settled in. and threw the ball a little better. Cubs did their job, though, on offense. They got him out of the game after 5 innings. It's just here as the 6th, 7th, and now the 8th inning. And going into the 9th, you got to do some damage against this Pirates bullpen.
Isaac Paredes looks at a strike, count 1-1 to the Cubs third baseman. 1 down, bottom of the 8th inning. Pirates up 5-0. We need a catch of the game. Sponsored by Catch Des Moines. Things aren't so hush-hush in Des Moines. Pitch called strike on the outside corner, 1-2. Things aren't so hush-hush in Des Moines where only the S's are silent. Discover the best of the Midwest at CatchDesMoines.com. Does anything stand out to you?
Well, a line drive last inning to Nico. That was a bullet. That was not an easy play. Happer made one. Didn't he make one in right away early in the ball game, right in the well? The play Nico made is probably the best play we've had so far today, last inning. That was a line drive rocket off the bat of Cruz.
Yeah, made the catch on one knee off to his right. Pitch to Paredes, called strike 3. Got him with a fastball on the outside corner. 2 away. Dansby Swanson had a nice leaping grab in the outfield grass in deep short. But yeah, I agree with you. Nico Horner, catch of the game. And speaking of Nico, he stands in now with 2 away in the 8th. Pittsburgh a 5-0 lead. The pitch. Nico swings and pops one foul out of play off to the right. Warner's 0 for 3 tonight. His hitting streak in jeopardy. Riding a 9-game hitting streak coming into action this evening. Cubs could use a double right here. Doubles by Cubs batters are sponsored by Traffic Tech. Double up your business with Traffic Tech, the hardest working team in transport. And the 0-1. A ground ball to short, fielded on a high hop by Kiner Falefa. His overhand throw across in time to get Horner. Cubs go down in order in the 8th. We head to the 9th. Pirates up 5-0 on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
What is chronic migraine?
It's 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more. Botox, onabotulinum toxin A, prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine. It's not approved for adults with migraine who have 14 or fewer headache days a month. Ask your doctor about Botox.
Botox is a prescription medicine injected by your doctor. Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, including ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Talk to your doctor and visit BotoxChronicMigraine.com or call 1-800-44-BOTOX to learn more.
Lowe's knows that for pros, time is money. And that's why with the Lowe's app, we've made saving time easy. You can authorize crew members to make purchases at Lowe's stores on your behalf. They can pay quickly by scanning a QR code for a simple checkout every time. Now that's what we call saving time in store with the Lowe's app. So you have more time to get the job done, because Lowe's knows pros.
The Federal Air Marshal Service protects the traveling public in the air and on the ground. You're invited to attend the FAM Chicago hiring event on September 17th and 18th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center at 5555 North River Road, Rosemont, Illinois. No law enforcement experience is required. Join a mission that matters and visit jobs.tsa.gov/law-enforcement to register for the event. U.S. citizenship required.
5-0 Pittsburgh as we begin the top of the 9th inning. Nick Gonzalez at the plate. Ethan Roberts still on the mound for the Cubs. And his first pitch is fouled off the netting to the right. 0-1. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs and all of Chicago's teams. Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on the score. WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Robert steals the 0-1. Gonzalez hits a high pop fly, shallow center, going back corner, calling off PCA, and he makes the catch. One away. The first out is sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once.
Good job by Nico to go out there and take control of that ball. He had that one easy. And the hardest working player of the game, sponsored by Bosch Power Tools, what hard workers deserve. And we will go with Kyle Hendricks. He gave up 2 runs through 5 innings, did his job to keep the Cubs right in the game against one of the elite pitchers in our game in Skeens. And, Kyle did his job. And you were really hoping at that point, if you would have said 2-0 ball game against Skeens through 5, you'd take that for sure. And it just hasn't worked out so far for the Cubs. But we did see in Pittsburgh where things can change in a hurry. And hopefully that will be the case tonight.
Connor Joe at the plate. He looks at the ball, looks at a strike. Now the 1-1. Low and outside, 2-1. Right-hander David Bednar is warming up in the Pittsburgh bullpen. 1 down, top 9. Pirates with a 5-0 lead. Cubs are hoping for some runs in the last of the 9th. Here's the 2-1. Joe pops it up. Right side. On the dirt, near the first base line, it's Bush who makes the catch, straddling the line behind the bag for out number 2. Anytime a Cub is safe at the plate, it's sponsored by Grainger. Think safety, think Grainger. So 2 away here in the first half of the 9th. And Yasmani Grandal will step to the plate. Pittsburgh up 5-0. Roberts delivers. Grandal bloops one into shallow right. Coming in Bellinger. It drops in front of him for a base hit. Sounded like Grandal broke his bat on that play.
Yeah, I thought Grandal, I was going to say, you got to watch out with that at bat. He's going to, 2 outs, 9th inning, you're up by 5. He's going to strictly look to try to hit one out of the ballpark. And Roberts made a good pitch in on him, broke his bat up and in. I was going to say the place you don't want to pitch him was down and in. You got it up and in. Broke his bat, but he looped one in for a base knock.
Jared Triolo now stands in, and the pitch. Taken for a strike. Fastball from Roberts, 0-1. Triolo added some big-time insurance for Pittsburgh in the 7th inning. A 3-run home run off of Tyson Miller. His 7th of the year. The 0-1. High and outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. RBIs by Cubs batters are sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Two away, a man at first in Grandal. The 1-1 to Triolo is up high, 2-1. Cubs will have Swanson, Crow Armstrong, and Bethancourt due up in the last of the 9th. The 2-1 delivery. Foul back off the screen. 2-2 now on Triolo. And the way the bottom of the order has performed lately for the Cubs, it's almost as though you do have the heart of the lineup up. The heart of the lineup is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Book a low fare today at southwest.com.
And you hope they hit twice in the inning. If they do, that means Cubs are back in business.
Here's the 2-2. Foul back again by Triolo. Grandal being held on at first by Bush. 2-2 the count, 2 away. Top 9, a 5-0 lead for the Pirates. And the pitch from Roberts. Dribbled foul off to the left.
Roberts this inning's had some better fastballs, some good fastballs inside, and that's really important for him to be able to pitch inside to both the lefties and the righties to really set up his best pitch, which is that slider.
The 2-2 outside. So it's a full count. Now Bush backs up, no longer holding on the runner. And the payoff pitch by Roberts. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Gets Triolo with the cutter. Rondal stranded at first. Do the Cubs have a comeback in them? We head to the last of the ninth. Pittsburgh, a 5-0 lead on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cub fans, Nico Horner here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Whether you're on the water, hitting the trails, or soaking up the sun, Shade Precision Eyewear provides superior protection and clarity. Since life's too short to compromise on quality, visit SeeBetterPlayBetter.com to explore their range of premium sunglasses.
Lowe's knows saving pros time and money means getting the job done easier. Right now, save 10% on Georgia Pacific vinyl siding panels. Plus, save an additional 20% when you buy in bulk. And get free same-day delivery to the job site when you order by 2 p.m. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Offer valid through 9/4. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. Discover the artist, the foodie, the adventurer, and the kid in you too. Discover all of you, all in one place. World-class music and art, local food, brews, and spirits, endless bike trails, and other thrilling outdoor adventures. Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Plan your getaway at visithamiltoncounty.com.
Baseball is in full swing. NBA playoffs are heating up, and your NFL team is gearing up for training camp. Listen to the latest on the teams you love here on the Odyssey app. The biggest sports radio stations in the country, providing unrivaled local coverage of their teams, all in one place. Exclusive interviews with players, coaches, and team executives, streaming live and always available on demand. Stay in the know with your favorite teams right here on the Odyssey app.
Copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. Zach?
Espo, thank you. Getting set for the last of the ninth. David Bednar, the new pitcher for Pittsburgh. Pirates up 5-0. Cubs hoping their at our best moment of the game is coming up here in the last of the ninth. Dansby Swanson digs in. He'll be followed by Pete Crow Armstrong and Christian Bethancourt. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch taken for a strike, 0-1. The at our best moment of the game is sponsored by Loyola Medicine. When things are at their worst, we're at our best. Do the Cubs have a comeback in them? Down by 5 here with no one out in the bottom of the ninth. Swanson waits the 0-1. A swing and a miss. 0-2.
Cubs with 5 hits here in the ball game. If they can double that here in this inning, they might have a shot at getting back into this game.
Here's the 0-2. It's in the dirt. 1-2 the count.
Doesn't even need to be 5 hits, just base runners, right? You need to get the line moving here.
5 solo shots would work.
That would be just fine.
Now the 1-2. Bednar to Swanson. High fly ball hit to right. Drifting back Joe on the track near the wall. He makes the catch for out number 1.
It's almost the first one. That one well struck by Swanson, and that ball ends up, as Joe going back, ends up about 1 step in front of the ivy. That one came close to landing in the basket.
So a loud out, 1 away here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Pirates up 5-0. Pete Crow Armstrong at the plate. Bednar deals. And PCA looks at a strike on the outer half, a splitter, 0-1. The toast of the game is presented by Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. Binny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Pitch outside and low, 1-1 the count. Bednar works on the third base side of the rubber. The right-hander kicks and delivers. Called strike on the outside corner Fastball at 97 miles per hour, 1-2 now on PCA. Crow Armstrong 0 for 3 tonight. 3 strikeouts. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Crow Armstrong striking out for the 4th time tonight. 2 away here in the 9th.
And they get a pinch hitter, Michael Tachman, coming up.
So Tachman will pinch hit for Christian Bethencourt. Left-handed batter against the right-hander Bednar. Cubs down to their last out. They trail by 5. Here's the pitch. Tachman swings and hits a pop fly, shallow left. Reynolds under it and makes the catch. And Pittsburgh wins again as the Pirates take the first 2 games of this series, winning tonight by a final of 5-0.